This episode of the podcast is brought to you by GameFly. GameFly is an awesome way to save money on video games. Basically, it's a subscription service. You can think of it as Netflix back when Netflix was known for sending you DVDs and Blu-rays instead of just being on the net. Basically, what happens is you pay a monthly subscription fee, and they will send you a game. And when you're done with the game, you send it back, and they'll send you another one, whatever's in your queue. They also have a service like Netflix where they send you DVDs and Blu-rays as well. So it's pretty awesome. They have over 8,000 titles from pretty much every platform available: PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Wii U, all of them.
So if I wanted to play Overwatch, I can just use GameFly for it?
Yes, you could.
Cool.
Pay a monthly fee, and they give you the game, and you just keep playing it. You can actually keep it for as long as you want, as long as you're paying the monthly fee, obviously. So there's no late fees. And if, say, you like a game a lot, and you want to keep it, and they'll sell it to you at a used price, so that's discounted price. So it's pretty awesome. I wish I knew about this when I was younger, or they had it when I was younger, because when I was older, we watched the games. There was no video games. I was playing with dirt. Now I got to edit out the S word, because I'm not supposed to cuss on these promos. Anyway, check out gamefly.com/BTHENBTI, and you will have a free month of service. So it's pretty cool. So gamefly.com/BTHENBTI.
What haven't they uncovered?
What, movies, TV, video games?
Check, check, and check.
Nobody's that good.
Get this. These guys knew the Jeep Renegade Batman used wasn't trail rated.
Jesus.
Only one thing left for us to do.
Smash that motherfucking like button.
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you're in a hotel room in Cleveland plagiarizing the First Lady's speeches all night long. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. It's me, Stitch, snatching the mic from Prodigy this week. On my left, it's your boy Blue.
Hey, all I gotta say is T-Swizzle, I still love you, girl.
Oh.
Lying ass.
And on my right, choking people out on the 1s and 2s, slaying Twitter trolls on the 3 and 4s, Crotas.
You got to diversify your bonds, ninja.
Welcome. We are 60% at full strength, but that doesn't mean we aren't dank as fuck still.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Prodigy and Old Ninja are speculating and screaming somewhere down in SoCal on their way to San Diego Comic-Con. So we're handling it up in the northern part of the state. But we're going to keep it real with you guys and touch all over our dank topics that we normally go through.
Actually, they're already at Comic-Con. They actually already did an interview with somebody today.
Oh,
so
shit,
we will release that at some later point in time.
Did they take the portable setup or just,
they Skyped it. I don't think they took my setup. Yeah, but they should have, though. But yeah, they Skyped it.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Definitely like to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's somebody from a show that we've had on the podcast before, but it's a different person.
Oh, okay. So same show, but just a different actor, actresses.
Yep, different actor.
We'll keep it a secret?
Yeah, we'll keep it a secret.
Okay, nice. Stay tuned.
We'll keep it in the pocket in case we forget to do a podcast. Just toss that one out there.
Yeah, that's cool. So we're going to start off with fellas.
I guess so. How's everyone's past weekend, everything? Anyone do anything interesting?
Fucking Drunk Blue came out.
Drunk Blue always comes out.
Sewer Drunk Blue came out. I drunk
Groundhog's Day?
I drunk like a half a bottle of fucking soju, like damn it to myself. It was fucking crazy. Soju, sorry.
It's like Four Loko type stuff?
No, there's a science place in Fremont called Suju's, and it always fucks me up.
Where did you go to for the soju?
My friend had it. I was hanging out with some Asian friends, and he had like a refrigerator full of them.
Do you have the real soju, the one that's not regulated from Korea?
I don't know, but I was too fucking drunk to figure out.
Was it in a plastic bottle?
No, it was glass.
Oh, damn it! All right.
I know which one. Yeah. I guess it wasn't. It was. They were like in this. It was like a beer bottle size, but there was like he had like 7 of them or like 10 of them or something. I was drunk. I couldn't count.
So for people in Cleveland that don't know what soju might be,
so it's like it's almost like sake. It's a rice base. They use rice, wheat, or barley to make the alcohol for the fermenting process.
Okay.
So it's basically the same like sake, but it's more like a wine. So like there's a bunch of restaurants. Usually, if they don't have their liquor license, they can still serve beer and wine. So they make a lot of their cocktails, like
Chaplains.
Chaplains used to do this, where their cocktails were made with a soju because it's technically a wine. So they're able to get under that liquor license law.
Yeah, so one of the cool things about soju when you're over in Korea is that they don't regulate it, the alcohol content. So you can get one that's like not that strong, the other one's like super strong, and they both taste exactly the same. So you can get fucked up.
and they only sell them in like restaurants, or they bottle it.
They bottle it.
They bottle it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go to the store and buy
I'm
it.
gonna have to check that out for our next drunk cast. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's good. It's very smooth. It's not like it's almost like a wine.
Well, you're gonna have one for my birthday. Me and Marquise,
That's right.
Mishka. Me and Mishka's birthday. We usually do a joint birthday party. We're gonna go to the playground this year, and they have it's a Korean karaoke bar.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to check out one of those.
And they, it's so fucking crazy because the what's it called again? Not suju.
Soju.
Soju. It's it comes like in a big ass fucking bottle, and they also have like beer in like this bigger ass bottle that you serve to us.
What was it called? Was it Height? It wasn't Height. It was something else.
It was.
I forget the name of it,
Shit,
but it was
yeah.
like OB beer.
Yeah, OB. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was like
OB.
it's in a plastic 40-ounce container.
I don't even think it was like a half gallon, like a 2 liter.
Yeah,
or
it
some
was,
shit.
it was fucking big.
huge.
Yeah.
Because it was like it's Korean, or I guess they use like the Matrix system, so it was like
The Matrix system.
I was this is what happens when you spend too much time in VR.
yeah, it is.
Shit. It's going to be like Lawnmower Man and shit.
Well, shit, the game I was playing today is damn near like Lawnmower Man.
Oh, you're playing what was it?
Raw Data.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that game is fucking so
Yeah.
much fucking fun.
I'm gonna buy that soon.
For those that don't know, you can check out the Before the Cast, and Blue and I were talking about going in depth on that game for VR.
I talk about it on here too, but
Can we turn the AC on?
yeah,
I can do that now with the remote.
Beep. I like how when I was in Japan, like all their machines all made that charm when
Really?
you turn them on, like how like a cell phone or some shit. Like the microwave, same thing. AC, same thing. Wash machine, same thing.
To let you know this shit is Asian.
Yeah.
I looked at the same thing when I got a new washing machine. I was like, does this thing make a fucking chirp, a little sound or whatever? Give me a little jingle every time shit's done.
Dude. And your wash machine connects to your cell phone, so
Dude, that's the life. So I never knew like how much I would enjoy life, like getting alerts on my phone saying the laundry's done.
You know what's really funny is that there was some kids in MIT. They connected something to the washing machines down in like the basement, where it would send out like a notification to you to let you know your laundry was done. And they set it up so everybody inside the dorm room could log in and check their laundry and see if it was done or not. I was like, MIT. That's what it is.
That'd be pretty nice.
We could use that in the Marine Corps. So I remember a bunch of times where people just left their shit in or just took my shit out like wet. I'm like, you motherfucker.
I lost some clothes in college one time because I'd left that shit in there too long. Someone just snatched a couple jerseys from me. I was pretty pissed.
Yeah.
That shit sucked. What you get yourself into this past weekend?
What the hell did I do? I just did
Choke
I
people
didn't
out.
do much. No, because I had fucking surgery on my ear.
Oh, that's
so
right.
that's right. And it was like healing up. So yeah, I had a cauliflower ear, and they fixed it, but I couldn't do jiu-jitsu for like a week. So now I'm sort of back at it. I'll be rolling tomorrow, but I have to wear that stupid fucking wrestler's headgear. I look like a dork.
Scott Steiner
Yeah.
headpiece.
I feel like I should have a fucking singlet on or some shit. It feels so stupid. But I have, I gotta protect my ears. That way K-Mac doesn't get mad at me and kill me in my sleep.
Okay.
I'm having ugly ears.
Yeah, I went to San Diego for the week.
that's
For the weekend,
right,
it was pretty cool. Surprised Lilo, just to sort of put it out there and kind of embarrass her. I tried initially to make it a surprise and everything, and women are very difficult. At least my woman is difficult about being surprised. I like to say, I have a surprise for you, and so just to be ready. Don't plan anything or whatever, and then it becomes she needs to find out what the surprise is, therefore ruining it. So
she's like fucking searching through your phone, going through your browser history and shit.
I was like, we're gonna go to Fresno. We're gonna spend time with the family. So I was like, so bring like some swimming attire, some comfy shoes, because you might go to the zoo or something, and everything, and just nagging questions about where would I need to wear this, that, or whatever. I was like, all right, we're going to San Diego. Leave me alone. So I changed that up. We ended up going to the zoo. I actually rented in every California traffic's a bitch.
Yeah, it is.
I hated so fucking much, but being down there was cool. Got to see the San Diego Zoo, which was awesome, and San Diego is one of my favorite cities, and I needed to go to Vegas again, but I'm going to go out there and I think I like San Diego better than I like Vegas. I think I rank it on my personal favorite cities list higher than Vegas.
San Diego area in general is like one of my favorite places of all time. I used to live in San Diego for a long time, and it's like if you're a biker, it's like the best, man. I had that yellow bike I have downstairs. I have a 2000 VFR Interceptor, and I also have a 2010 BMW S1000R. But back in the day, it was just a VFR. And I put 30,000 miles on that bike in 1 year, and it was almost all like twisty roads. Yeah, it was so much fucking fun. You can ride year round.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably warmer year round, right? But there was a time when you rolled through the snow too, right? Like it was like snowing and shit.
Jesus.
Ridden through the snow. I've ridden through the rain. Yeah, my first group ride was in the snow. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, I can't wait till next year. I'm gonna get another bike.
Awesome. What are you gonna get?
I'll probably get a Ninja. I'll probably get another Ninja, but 1,000.
Okay, once you get that H2.
I wish I had that money to get that H2. Holy
it's
shit!
Cheap. It's like a car. It's cheaper than a car payment. Shit.
But it's still a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, you finance it though. It's less.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it looks like we definitely got some topics to go over, even though we don't got the full crew in here and everything. I guess we'll go with since I sort of teased it with the intro, talking about Twitter trolls and everything. This whole Leslie Jones actress who was sort of attacked on Twitter, if you want to put it like that, or she was facing the wrath of angry Twitter, and she handled it in her way by sort of logging off Twitter and saying she quit it and being done with it, which you see some certain celebrities do. Based on the conversations we've had off the air, none of us really, I guess, agree with how we would handle that situation if we were put in it. But it seemed like for her best thing was to sort of like say she's done with Twitter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, because did you read the comments people were making to her?
They were some pretty rough.
They were pretty freaking brutal. Like they just basically kept referring her to a fucking gorilla. Like if you didn't know, the Ghostbusters, there's a kid show called Ghostbusters, and it's Ghost Space Busters. And it's like a British show where like two guys and a gorilla, they like go around doing some weird shit. I'm not sure what they do.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's like before the first Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's before the first Ghostbuster. And when the first Ghostbuster came out, they actually had like a copywriting name fringing or whatever it's called.
Really?
With that. Yeah, but they were like referring to her as a gorilla. That like they're like, oh, Leslie just wanted to protect that little boy, and they were referring to like the kid who fell into the gorilla. Yeah, fell into the gorilla enclosure.
So. This, based on what I had saw, like what sparked it, I had seen something where someone photoshopped a tweet or something that wasn't really from her. Yeah, and it got people, I guess, angry at her for no apparent reason. And from what I had read, it looked like she was, I guess, single-handedly trying to combat the Twitter army of people pissed off, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, if you're gonna go up against trolls, you have to have a fucking super thick skin and be prepared for some backlash. Like I actively engage with some trolls that piss me off. I really don't give a fuck. Like if you come at us in a way that is either disrespectful or just some shit like that, I'm gonna come at you and I'll fucking cut you quick. So be prepared to come back with like some legit shit. Most of the trolls that I deal with, they don't respond back because they're foolish and they know how stupid they actually are. They wanted a response, they got one, and they got shut down. But if you're like a super celebrity, you shouldn't be having to respond to all these trolls. You know what I mean? Just ignore them. Yeah. Or if you want to come back at them, then you have to come back. But you can't be like trying to come back at them in like some weak ass way.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to be a hard ass about it. Yeah. And I feel bad for anybody that was associated with the Ghostbusters movie because they're getting a lot of hate that is not necessarily their fault. It's it's the director's fault and the fucking writer's fault. And that's his fault. Like the movie should have never been made. I'm sorry. Yeah. Actually, I'm not fucking sorry. It should have been made. It should have been made. You cannot remake a movie that was damn near perfect. Yeah. Like no matter what you did, it doesn't matter who the fuck was in the movie's gonna get shit on. And I don't know why everybody that tries to say that anytime any man says that they don't like the movie, they try to call us misogynist. Fuck that. The movie made like $46 million that weekend. Where the fuck were the ladies at? Yeah. They all got internal misogyny or some shit?
Yeah, didn't they say like the people who went to go see it, like 57% of the audience were females? Yeah, and it still got like really bad reviews.
Yeah, because a lot of females didn't like it either for the same reasons that I'm saying. Because you can't remake a movie that was damn near perfect. It's like remaking the fucking Goonies. No, thank you.
Oh, wow.
And it's also at a time to where we're just we have remake fatigue right now,
Yeah.
and a movie was going to catch heat at some point in time.
Yeah.
because there's just too many of them. Like, and there's too many shitty ones. There's very few like shitty remakes. There's only one that I can remember that's like good, and that was like Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's like legit good remake. Other than that, they're almost all garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would co-sign and agree with that. I wish that, I guess, one of us has actually seen the movie, but I value 2.5 hours of my time.
I'll probably try to go see it, but I won't see it in
Maybe
the
we'll
means that it should
I'd
be
say we
seen
should
it.
make Old Ninja go see it.
Yeah.
I'll probably see it
We
when
can't
it's
trust
free.
his review.
when it comes to Redbox.
I mean, I'll probably see it when it's free, but you know, that's one of the things. I mean, one of the things is too is that I don't like all the actresses in the movie. Like I think I've said it. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before, but I don't like the way that Leslie Jones portrays herself as an actress. I'm not saying she's a bad person or anything like
Yeah.
that, but she's, from everything that I've seen her in, I have not seen all of her stuff, but she's usually the stereotypical loud black woman.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I don't want to see that.
Like
anymore.
even in that, she's in a commercial like for like State Farm or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's that kind of that loud black woman too. And
Yeah.
I mean, if that's her personality, I mean, it kind of makes sense. But it's like, you know, here in Ghostbuster, like you have, I think all the other three girls, the white ladies, they're all like smart, intelligent, like they're scientific and
Yes.
stuff like that. And she comes off as being this, I guess, like stereotypical black lady.
That's another reason why I didn't like it, because people were saying, "Oh, well, you know, Winston wasn't that." You know, Winston wasn't smart, but he was the moral barometer
Yeah.
of the team, and people seem to forget that. Like, he was actually he wasn't smart, but he had other skills. And it seemed like Leslie Jones in the movie didn't have skills that would necessarily be advantageous to the team.
Yeah, we definitely have to watch the movie and see exactly how everyone's portrayed.
Yeah, it's got
Right now,
kind of
it's-
has that whole Medea type aspect to it.
Yeah, and
I can't stand that personally. I mean, I don't really know her acting all that well to judge it as a whole. But I mean, based on what I had seen from clips and bits and pieces of the review, and I did see that commercial that you were speaking about, that seems to be the kind of I guess I guess the image,
Portrayal.
the portrayal.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, the portrayal that she's kind of given off, I guess, associated with this role. And I'm just like, it makes me roll my eyes and be like, come on, like, for real, we serious about that? So, yeah, like you said, the movie didn't really do well at all at the box office. Opening weekend, I guess it came in second to The Life of Pets, or the Pet movie.
Yeah.
That's been out for like a month
I want to check
now.
that out. That looks pretty good.
I heard it's
Yeah,
funny.
it does.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny to me? Not only was the trailer a disaster, because the trailer didn't look good, and people say, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover, but yeah, I can, because if I see a book that says it's based on, you know, menstruation, I'm not going to fucking read it. So, and I guess it's a bad example because the females in the movie don't fucking go there. It's just, obviously it's not something I want to read. Like, if it was a book about fecal matter, I'm not going to fucking read it. All right,
Yeah.
so just, you can take it for what it is. And then after everybody basically shit on it, all of a sudden, you know, Sony wanted to say, oh, it's just, you know, basically misogynist. They were actually deleting tweets that were females that were bad talking the movie. They leaving
Yeah.
all the male ones. And then Paul Feig comes out, the guy that's the director, and basically shits on nerds for saying that, you know, nerds are shitty people. It's like, well, how about you made it, you know, you made a shitty trailer, and that's probably a shitty movie. And then they tried to modify their marketing tactics during the Super Bowl, or not the Super Bowl?
NBA playoffs.
NBA playoffs, yeah.
They had Kobe out there trying to pimp out and sell. they're trying to get everybody they could.
All males, just try to appeal to male audiences when you should have just been trying to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because if you go back and watch so there was a Ghostbuster cartoon, and there was multiple seasons of it, but in the third season, maybe the third or fourth. So there's a podcast called Geek History Lessons, and they were talking about the Ghostbusters, and they brought up the animated series, and they mentioned that in like season 4 of the real Ghostbusters, what the name of the anime is called, or cartoon was called, they actually had a multicultural group, and it was like 2 females and 3 guys on the team, and it was like a Latin guy, a black guy, a white girl, and like an Asian chick.
I think
And that's the way.
cool.
That's the way.
That'd be cool.
I think that's the way
Yeah.
this movie should have been. It should have been a multicultural group, and it should have been like, you know, the Ghostbusters are an established company now, and they're in different areas and stuff like that. And this is just a story of one of the teams.
Yeah.
like that's the way it should have been done.
It could have been done just based off the script alone or whatever. It should have just been done differently or handled differently, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, what's hilarious to me is that people will be like, "Oh, it's all female cast. It's diverse." Bitch, no, it's not. It's all females. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people don't understand what the fuck diverse means anymore.
And it's also funny because like they have Chris Hemsley's in it, right?
Chris Hemsworth, and he's
Yeah.
fucking retarded in the movie. I
Yeah,
heard
but he's
really
like,
stupid.
but he's like that.
He's like the Rick Moranis role. It appears, right?
Well, no, it's not
Well,
just
no, he's
that.
really
But
dumb.
he's like the dumb hot guy where like normally it's like the hot, like the dumb hot chick or something like that. And they're
Okay.
talking about how like, you know, the guys are being misogynist, but then they're doing the same fucking thing basically with this dude.
Things that
right?
make you go,
Yeah. Fucking Arsenio Hall type shit.
Yeah.
And speaking of Arsenio Hall, he actually was the voice of the black character on the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did
knew
not
that.
fucking know
I
that.
think I remember that vaguely. And then I'm not a fan of Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
She doesn't make me laugh really. It's like she
No.
tries too hard to be the loud, sort of obnoxious, clumsy, sort of brash chick, and it's like show me a different range. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing it over and over and over again.
Well, that's another thing is that I can't speak on the Katie. What's her name?
I know which one you're talking about. But I can't think of
Yeah, I
her
can't
name.
remember her name. But so Kristen Wiig usually plays the same character.
Mm-hmm.
So does Melissa McCarthy. Pretty much plays the same character, and Leslie Jones pretty much plays the same character in every fucking movie. So that makes me not want to see, like, if you don't have any acting range, eventually your movie's gonna get old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Especially when it comes to like comedy, like you're.
Yeah, it's
the
the same comedy. It's sort of like, and I don't find Adam Sandler funny.
Dude, I
'Cause
don't-
it's the
especially
same
now,
fucking
yeah.
It's just when it at first it was okay, it was funny, but it's like, all right, you're doing the same dumb
Same
fart
shtick.
jokes
Yeah.
over and over again, and that's how I feel with Melissa McCarthy. Like the movie she did with Sandra Bullock, I didn't really like.
Oh yeah.
The one where I guess she's a cop or whatever.
Yeah, they're both cops.
Yeah.
She's like the hard
And then
hard cop or whatever.
Yeah, the one, and then the other one where she's on that, I guess, road trip with the
Oh, it's like Jason Bateman.
Jason. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, I didn't like that either. I'm just like, all right, I'm sort of done with you. And
Yeah.
some people do find her funny, and I'm not gonna argue against that because whatever makes you laugh makes you laugh. She just doesn't do it for me. I just look at her on screen with a plain face. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I miss something.
and everything that we said, that's our opinion. If you want to go watch the movie, go ahead. If you want to, if you enjoy their movies, go ahead. It's nothing bad against you or even them. You know, it's just not for us. It's preferences. So
Yeah. I mean, if you did like the movie, definitely leave something in comment and kind of give us, let us know what you liked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do like it, go see it, support it, or
Yeah.
whatever. Don't. I mean, if you are completely disagreeing with everything we say, go out and watch the movie and support it. I mean, that's the best thing you can do to combat people saying negative stuff about the movie. Is go recruit some of your friends to go watch it and put some extra money in their pocket.
And like, yeah, I mean, when you talk about Chronos had just mentioned, like, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but like I saw, like I gave X-Men Apocalypse shit, but I actually saw the movie and I actually enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't super good. I know
Yeah.
we talked about this at the comic shop, but I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was funny, it was interesting to me, but you know,
You know what's funny is
Teach his own.
I was talking about that today at the comic shop about X-Men Apocalypse. And I think that the one of the problems was with the movie is that for a lot of us that, you know, if you're 30 or older, you probably watch. Actually, you have to be kind of older than that. Jesus.
yeah, like 35.
35 or older. Yeah. Damn, we're old.
Yeah.
Anyway, you would have watched when you were a kid. You would have watched X-Men the animated series, and in that that's when I first saw Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And if you go back to the comics, in the comics he was epic too. And it's just like this stuff that we remember. It's clear in our mind. Like most stuff that you remember as a kid, it's like kind of highlighted.
Yeah.
Like Ghostbusters. So you know when something comes out that doesn't meet your expectation that you had when you were a kid, that you get a really negative feeling towards anything in that direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really disappointing, and I sort of, not to compare it completely, but it reminds me of, say, Transformers per se.
Oh yeah.
Like, I loved Transformers as a kid, and I was excited for the first one, even though it's Michael Bay or whatever. I just want to have that feeling of seeing explosions, and robots turning into cars and shit, and then after a while it just got sort of...
It's fucking the same thing every fucking
it's painful.
movie.
It's like, it's hurting my inner child deep.
Yeah, I just don't understand. The continuity problems in all those fucking movies are so bad. I was just like, I remember when the first one came out, I was like, you know what, the movie was okay, but there was some stuff I didn't like, and I was like, they probably won't make that again though, right? But then like everything I didn't like about the first one, they multiplied it like by turns on the next, and they just keep multiplying it again. I'm just like, can you stop
Yeah.
They got a fifth one coming out too.
Yeah, I'm just
Or
like,
the fourth one.
They just cashing in checks.
Why we got robots spitting?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Got robots spitting. You got fucking robots acting like fucking thugs and shit. Or
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb.
dumb.
Man.
Yeah. But y'all guys, have you seen? Oh shit, what was I just thinking about? Have you seen a new poster for the Power Rangers of them in their costumes?
It looks kind of weird.
It does, right?
It doesn't look like the Power Rangers that I.
You able to pull it up? I don't know if I.
Yeah,
if I
I'll pull
seen
it up.
So yeah, so they just released a image of it yesterday, I believe, and it. Well, first of all, the black guy looks like Don Cheeto in the fucking War Machine costume. Like it looks just like. I'm like, wait, is Don Cheeto in this? Like, what the fuck? But the costumes look so weird. They're so like.
It looks almost like the Guyver.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you don't know what Guyver is, that's an anime. But I think they had a live action too, right?
Yeah, it was live action
Yeah.
too. I think it's the angle. So the angle that I'm seeing from the front, they don't. Well, it still kind of looks like the Guyver. All right, so where's the new one at? This is the new one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
that's
I
it,
didn't.
yeah.
Okay, I saw that. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the Power Ranger.
Interesting. And is that? No, that's not Don Cheeto.
Yeah, but it looks
It
like
looks
him,
like,
though, right?
it looks like fucking Don Cheeto in a fucking War Machine outfit.
Christ's sake.
Let me see if I can.
I mean, they're different per se. I mean, they look kind of cool, but I mean, it's. I wouldn't not expecting it. I guess
from this angle, it looks kind of weird. So right now we're looking at the image, and they have like all 5 Power Rangers, and it's kind of a side view from them. If you're listening right now, like you can probably look it up on your phone.
That's the front view. I'll post it in the chat room too. So hold on.
that's interesting.
But it's really. I mean, it looks cool, but it's cool because it's kind of like plasticky something. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had some sort of like liquid metal type Iron Man, like how how Iron Man's suit
Yeah.
transforms on him and stuff. That would be pretty cool. But I guess still got sort of a long. Not when's it supposed to come out?
I don't even know.
So we got a long way to go before we get to the final.
I do
end
like
product.
the Rita Raposa's costume. That looks pretty fucking dope. She looks like a fucking lizard or some shit.
Yeah. So it should be interesting to see
Yeah,
how.
I'll add it here in the somewhere. How do I do this? What is going on here? I'm trying to add it in the the live feed. But I forgot how to do it.
Pictures.
So while we get that going, looks like we do have some questions for the Ask Then BTI hashtag question. And our first
what you
one looks like from our good, it's hilarious. Dirty Stew cracks me up. Dirty Stew is the reason why I have to make sure no one's standing over my shoulder and why I can't check Facebook over at work.
Yeah, right.
But I love what he posts. He posts some good hot fire on the timeline. Is there a male version of feminism? And this sort of reminds me of something you've talked about before, kind of like the beta male.
Well, it's not beta male per se. There's a movement. If you look up MRA, it's the men's rights advocates. They're sort of like feminists, but they're not nearly as. Well, some of them are. Some of them are just as unlikable. And I'm talking about third wave feminists, the ones that are fucking crazy. You guys know what the people I'm talking about, all right? It's not normal people. They're fucking crazy.
Do they go to like male strip clubs and be like, oh, y'all guys are degrading men? And
No, the premise of it is they're actually valid issues. It's so funny to me because we have feminism that's going for equal rights of females, but females already have equal rights. Mm-hmm. Actually, and the MRA, their whole thing is that they're pointing out exactly where men don't have as many rights as women. One of them being in like divorce courts and stuff like that, or the high suicide rates of men, or dangerous jobs only done by men, shit like that. There's a whole bunch of them that are valid, but they come off as kind of whiny sometimes.
Yeah,
because it's hard for a lot of people to understand that a lot of men are disadvantaged as well, and they just don't want to hear it. But it's like there's people are poor, don't have as much as other people, and they get fucked a lot. I mean, you can't tell me in family courts that men are getting fucked over. Like, if you think that's not true, then you're not paying attention. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because I got fucked over.
Would you say that, would you say, like, being a man would be considered, I guess, a type of male feminist type deal? Like, you know, like, if, like, guys aren't supposed to show their emotion, they're always supposed to, like, show that they're strong and this and that. Like, would that be something that fall in that category, or is that more like...
No, they don't go into, like, the emotional stuff.
Oh, okay.
They just go into, like, rights.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of places where men just don't have rights, or where they're just getting fucked, and nobody cares, because they'll be like, oh, well, you just got to man up.
Yeah.
It's just like right now, there's an epidemic where men just aren't getting married anymore. They're just not interested in marriage anymore. And part of the reason why is because there's no reason for most men, me included, to get married. It's a financial agreement that is disadvantageous to a man, and there's
Especially
that's
if
putting
shit
it
goes
lightly.
wrong.
Yeah, yeah. If shit goes wrong, everything is stacked super against you, and there's really no need to willingly or go into a contract with somebody else when you're disadvantaged.
Yeah.
So, and
Valid point.
Yeah, you can't argue that for a lot of people, but they want to say, "Oh, what about love?" Well, you can still love somebody. You can still live with them. You can still, financially share stuff. You can still have,
Kids.
Yeah,
and
all that stuff.
Have a family. It doesn't. Putting your name on a piece of paper next to someone else's doesn't change all the emotional and feelings that you have and care and show that you care about someone. It's sort of like a created sort of, I guess, created utopia for, I guess, by the masses, like saying like, oh, once you get married and everything, and like first of all, let me put a little disclaimer on this. Not saying I'm not speaking about myself. I'm very happily married and everything.
Yeah, I was about to say you be on that couch life. Prodigy.
But I do. I mean, I.
Oh, hey, real quick, sorry, before you continue, what's going on, Timbo Slice, because he's watching.
Oh, what's up, Timbo? But yeah, I do completely understand what Kronos and what Prodigy also their thoughts, and because we did have that discussion about where you guys stood on marriage and everything. I completely respect that. It's not like I disagree with it, because I totally see exactly where you're coming from, and it's very valid. I mean, men do get completely dicked over 98% of the time in especially during separations where you have to divide up assets and money, children. It's a insane and it's an unfair uphill battle that men have to go through. And it's sort of like you said, you're supposed to just toughen up and take it. And it's bullshit, and it's a double standard that most people don't want to talk about or touch. A lot of people will talk about other double standards, mostly involving women. And I don't want to come off like I'm Prodigy and saying I mean Stitch hates women or whatever. But there are double standards that work in the opposite flow in terms of things that women have that are in an advantage more so than us males and everything. And I think sometimes it needs to be talked about it needs to be talked to, and people need to listen. Yeah. Us talking about it is one thing, but people don't want to listen when they hear men talk about these things. They're like, oh, no, you guys are just complaining. Like, no, it's very valid, it's factual, and these are statistics, numbers, and facts that we have to back up our claims.
Yeah, when people say that, they'll just dismiss it and be like, oh, you got to man up or whatever. It's like, this is literally life and death for men. Like, they're committing suicide at an atrocious rate due to divorce, and nobody really seems to give a shit about it.
Well, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's super fucking high. And it's like, I'll tell you, when I was going through my shit and like I was basically getting fucked, I was just like, dude, this is like the worst thing that ever happened in my life. But it ended up being like the best thing. But like when I was going through it, it's just like, this is so fucking, like, how could somebody fuck me up so bad in a court when I'm in the right and they don't give a fuck? And it's just like, they didn't want to listen to anything I had to say. All they saw was, some black dude divorcing some white chick, and they just went after all, and he makes a decent amount of money. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, and ask somebody to willingly go into a contract like that, it's wrong. I'm not saying don't get married. It's just not fucking me. And if you are going to get married, please understand what exactly you're doing. You're going into a financial contract with you, your spouse, and the fucking government. So
for reals.
Yeah.
For reals.
That's a very, very valid, truthful way to put it and everything. Not to get completely aside topic or put the...
Well, let me go back to the shit. What's this thing called?
Power
Rangers. You guys want to see what they look like? Oh, here we go.
Jump that shit.
This is what the... that's not the Power Rangers.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's a weird-ass fucking...
Snoopy Ninja Turtle dog.
That was a long time ago.
It's a poodle looking like a Ninja Turtle.
How do I say this?
Some crazy white lady. That's animal cruelty.
No, I remember we reviewed this.
There we go. Yeah. That's what the Power Rangers look like now. They look like... That picture looks like the Guyver, right?
Yeah, it does.
It looks... it's strange.
But it also makes me think of, like, Iron Man. Like, it looks like an Iron Man posse.
It does, because the face thing comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's... it's more modern.
Yeah. I guess we just got to see how it all comes out towards the end.
Is that guy sleeping on the end? It looks like he's sleeping.
Well, why you got to go there?
No, it does. I'm not even... I don't even know if this guy is Asian, but it looks like he's sleeping.
Oh, boy.
Over here on the... hold on. Let's see what he looks like. All right. Oh, it doesn't have...
There, yeah, the mask. Oh, there should be one of them, like, sitting on, like, a car.
Oh, is there?
show everybody. Maybe the sun was in his eye. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, probably. That could have been it. But yeah, this is them full-bodied. So, I mean, the full body looks better than that one picture. So,
Yeah.
but it does seem very Iron Man meets Guyver.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And sort of to get another question off the Ask Be Then BTI, something we sort of touched on about the Leslie Jones quitting Twitter with the online abuse. The question sort of puts a spin on it, possibly being a conspiracy, asking if we think Sony is using this to cover up the box office loss. Does anyone think that's connected in any way?
No, I don't think so. I mean, what happened to her was unfortunate, but I mean, it wasn't her fault. I think Sony did a lot of shady shit when it came to the movie, but I don't think they went that far. You know? I mean, what happened to her was it was fucked up. Like having to face that kind of abuse. If you're thin-skinned, then yeah, that's just gonna get to you. So,
yeah. I agree with that. Next little question from our boy Coast Blerds. First of all, I want to thank you for getting Prodigy back to us in one piece and not cutting out his kidney or anything like that, trying to hold him ransom
Well, we still
for the podcast because we don't negotiate with terrorists. We would have just had to replace him.
We haven't even seen Prodigy, so we didn't even know. At least I haven't seen him since. It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah. They took old Ninja. Can we trade?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Mild Blood asks, what do we think of Bruce Banner dying in Civil War II? Now, we sort of touched on it, I guess.
it was longer than that.
Bruce, wasn't I like recently?
Yeah, I thought it was longer than that.
Oh.
Was it like 2 weeks ago?
I thought it was
Oh, no,
last week.
No. Here it is. He posted one 2 days ago. It
Oh,
says,
okay.
Do you think the Hulk's death in Civil War is Marvel's attempt to pressure Universal Studios to give up the Hulk movie's rights?
Oh, I didn't even see that question.
yeah,
Okay, that wasn't on my cue card.
I want to say yes, because they just recently killed off all the X-Men, right?
Well, they're going to, yeah.
Like all of them, like every last fucking one of them.
Well, we knew that was coming, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to say they are.
That's an interesting theory. It could be. I mean,
So I don't think so because there's still a Hulk. They killed Bruce Banner, but they didn't kill the Hulk. Right now, Amadeus Cho is the Hulk,
Oh, he's
and he's an Asian kid, and Bruce Banner doesn't have the Hulk powers anymore. So that's the main reason why he died in the first place. It wasn't just I guess he shot him with like a special bullet or whatever, but he could have died anyway. If you read the Totally Awesome Hulk, you will see how he took, sort of how he took the Hulk's powers away from Bruce Banner and gave it to himself. And then subsequently, like more recently, what happened to Bruce Banner after he had everything taken away, what he's doing with his life. So, yeah.
But then also, I mean, even if Marvel kills off all the X-Men, Sony can still just make up shit like they have, man.
Oh, yeah, they can, but for the core fan base of actual comic, watch, they're not going to watch it anymore.
That's true.
So.
yeah, I agree with that.
Is that all for Ask Me the BTI?
Let me see if I got all the questions.
Yeah, I think we covered the whole.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's not part of the question. Yeah, it looks like we had all our Ask Be Then BTI questions. If you guys have a question for us next week, shoot us a question on either Twitter, Facebook, any one of our social media feeds with the hashtag AskBeThenBTI. And ask us whatever question. It can be comic book related, life, anything, love, relationship, sex questions. Get crazy with us. Ask us something fucking hilarious, and we'll keep it real. We keep it 100.
Yes, we do. And we'll probably keep it dank if you ask us some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, since we were just talking about comics, you guys hear that there's going to be a He-Man Thundercat crossover comic coming out in October?
I did not till I saw it on the list. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I put it on the list. Yeah, it's going to be a 6-issue. It's going to be like the Ninja Turtle Superman crossover deal.
Batman,
Superman, Batman. Or Batman Ninja Turtle crossover. But yeah, apparently they're going to be in the same universe. There was like a little description about it. I think somehow the Mumra opens up a portal and they end up in the same world as the Thundercats.
As He-Man.
He-Man, yeah.
My question.
No, so this is what it is. Mumra is looking for a power that can overthrow the Lionel sword. What's it called?
I forget the name of the sword too.
But yeah, so he
Sword
finds
of Omens.
Yeah, Sword of Omens.
Give me sight beyond sight.
Yeah, so he opens up a portal and he finds He-Man's sword, and so he's trying to get He-Man's sword from him so he can fight Lionel with it and destroy the Sword of Omen.
Yeah, so they're supposed to be on opposite ends. They're supposed to be going against each other, right?
Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna start off like fighting each other, and Mamura might try to do something to get them to fight each other, like maybe cast a spell or whatever. But so far, the storyline looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, because what's going to happen when the Thundercats see that He-Man's got this big-ass subservient cat just fucking,
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
basically
right.
it's
slave
Saber-tooth.
fucking yeah. They're going to be like, what the fuck is this slavery shit? It's going to cause some problems.
I wonder if the cat's gonna try to hit Cheetah, like try to get up
Oh,
in there.
man, that's going to be some issues. You can't have that. Yeah.
I hope they update the look of He-Man because he's super androgynous. Yeah. I mean, if he's gay, make him gay. But if he's not, can you please make the man look like...
Put the pants on, goddammit.
Make him look more Conan-ish.
Yeah. Well, even didn't Conan kind of have the same look too? I mean, well, he had pants, didn't he? Did Conan have pants?
Conan had...
It's been a while.
But it's like, if you have, like, animal fur, like animal skin, covers up a little bit better than what the fuck he had going on.
Yeah,
Either.
Actually, I like G.I. Joe way better than He-Man as far as it holds. Like, the movie,
Yeah.
it holds up pretty well. Where's
Yeah.
the old one at?
Yeah, I couldn't... No.
With Conan, with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So, any other comic book news? I didn't get. I'm so mad because when we were doing the podcast last week before we started.
Basically wearing fucking underwear.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's yoked, but
Yeah, I retract my statement.
yeah, it looks like his balls are hanging out right here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, aren't they making they're making a He-Man movie, right? Aren't they? Isn't that in the works?
it's supposed to be in the works for the longest time. Remember at the end of the other one is like Skeletor comes out at the very end, post credits.
Oh, man, I haven't seen that for so fucking long.
Yeah, and there was like never another one. You know, Dolph Lundgren played He-Man.
Yeah.
That's the guy who plays Flash, right? Flash Gordon.
No, that's somebody else. Dolph Lundgren is the guy who played Ivan Drago.
Who's that?
Fucking Rocky. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will break you.
Yeah,
The Russian.
yeah.
He played the Russian.
Yes, he was the Russian.
Yeah. Okay.
So did anybody read the article? It came out right before our podcast last week about Fox and this whole X-Men possible series that they were, I guess, starting to produce or getting in the talks about developing.
Yeah, I heard. Well, I didn't read the article, but I knew
Okay.
about there's a possible live action, right? Live action TV
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
Oh, I missed out.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought about it, and I completely forgot to read about it. It popped in my brain right now. I was hoping somebody had read it, or hopefully someone in the chat room can give some input on it. But it sounds like it could be something. It'd be something I would definitely check out. Hopefully, it'll be better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything. But
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a good show.
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, so you got to read. I gotta let you borrow Secret Warriors, and then that'll probably that might change your opinion on. Well, actually, it might not. But I mean, Secret Warriors is pretty good, and it's about Shield and the agents of Shield, like the good ones. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like I think Quake is in Agents of Shield, right?
Yes, she
Daisy something.
Daisy Flowers or some shit like Daisy
I think it's Johnson or
Fuentes.
something like that. Oh no, that's somebody I actually know in real life.
That's
that
not-
name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it popped in my head.
And I'm not sure if I see it on our docket, but I guess some of you guys were, I forget who it was that was tweeting out about one of the girls on Orange is the New Black to play like Harley Quinn or something, or was hoping they would cast.
Yeah, I've been talking about that for a long time. Well, I had it on my mind for a while. It's Lori Petty.
Which one is that on Orange is the New Black?
She's the super crazy one. The girl with like the super short and blonde hair that buried the body.
That's what you were talking about there earlier too.
Well, I didn't. I'd seen you someone talking about it'd be a great casting decision, but I didn't know her name. So it's the one with the glasses that sort of
And one side's broken or whatever, but she's like super crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, she's white chick. She was in a League of Their Own.
Yeah, the sister.
She was Tank Girl.
Yeah,
Tank
okay,
Girl,
yeah,
right? Yeah. Every time I see her in Orange is the New Black, I'm just like, why didn't this chick ever play Harley Quinn? When she plays it perfectly.
How old is she?
She's
No.
old.
she's old.
Yeah, she's older.
okay.
Well, I don't want to call her old, but she's older now.
Okay.
Well, even the girl who does the voice of Harley Quinn in the animated series should have been Harley Quinn because she's played that character before. Because the woman who does the voice of Harley Quinn, she was on All My Children or whatever. And the reason why she got the role is because she played a gesture on the show in like a dream sequence, and then people liked her so much that they asked her to come on the show to be the voice of Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's
Okay.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just get a good. I have to check out see what she looks like. Or
And
whatever.
I realize we're talking about Harley Quinn, but we're not, I guess, downplaying
No.
Margot Robbie.
No, we're
'cause
not.
We haven't
Yeah.
watched it, so
She's fine as fuck, but
Yeah. No, she looked. I mean, based on everything I've seen, and I purposely did not watch the new trailer that came out because I know I'm watching the movie. I don't need to see any more of it. I'm pretty excited to see it, but from what it looks like, she's nailed everything that I've seen in the previews and trailers for that role, and I'm looking forward to seeing her portrayal of Harley Quinn.
Yeah. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Did you guys hear that Donald Trump, he has a Hollywood star or whatever?
Yeah.
They put a little wall up around his star.
Really?
That's fucking funny, dude.
Fucking Petty Pendergrass.
I saw somebody, I think it was maybe like a month ago, someone like spray painted like the little mute symbol.
Oh yeah,
like,
that was funny too.
Yeah,
Wow.
on his, it's pretty hilarious.
But yeah, like somebody built like a wall, like a little wooden wall around his star,
Oh
and
my
I guess
God.
they hashtag it like Donald's. It was something funny, but it was fucking classic.
Yeah, I just want this election shit to just be done and over
Exactly.
with. Like
It's
it's
like freak show.
Actually, I don't want. I just wish they would just erase everybody that has to do with the election right now because they're all fucking awful. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to vote for any of them. Like can we just not vote for anybody? I mean, can we be adults in America and just do our own shit
Exactly.
and just vote on? Like if we want actual laws, we just vote on them. Like just put it out there. We read them. We want them. Yes or no on your phone. Bam, done and done. Why the fuck do we have a head monkey? I'm just why?
that's
We don't need it in fucking 2016. Like we don't need to have fucking Senate, Congress, the House, none of that shit. I don't fucking get it. Like we're not putting shit in like envelopes and mailing them somewhere. We don't need representatives that because we're nowhere near where the Capitol is.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're all connected now with the internet. It's just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it makes me think of Ready Player One. How there's like the internet like government going on where
Yes.
you actually like vote that way, and like so many more people are into that than they are into the actual government. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think one of these days it's going to change. So I think like slowly but surely, like
Kinda
the walls are kind of coming down. Like with the internet, just the most powerful thing you can have in life really is knowledge, and we all have the world's knowledge at our fucking fingertips, in our pocket at all time, pretty much for most people.
Yeah.
And now, like you can't pull the wool over our eyes anymore because we can easily debunk that shit on our own. Or some idiots don't, but a lot of us can, and we research shit on our own, and we can figure shit out on our own. And I think that knowledge is going to spread more and more like a fucking virus, and people are they're going to realize one day that I don't agree with the way the government's being run, yet I have little power to stop them from fucking up my money. Like we give them trillions of dollars every year, and they mismanage it and ask us for more. How much fucking sense does that make? Like, why are we raising taxes when we have what? Like, was it $4 trillion in debt? Maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand giving somebody more. It's like me It's like me owing a fucking bank $100,000 and be like, I can't pay you back, but if you give me $100,000 more, maybe I will.
Like,
But I might not.
Degenerate gambler.
Yeah. It's like in any other situation, you would not give somebody else more money.
Like, hey, you can get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's retarded.
Yeah.
I like how it was either Chris Rock or one of the sites who said that that the government is like a crackhead. they do they're fucking jacking you of your money and your paycheck.
They are. I mean, like seriously, they jack you for your money before you even get it. Then they
Yeah.
jack you when you go buy something. And there's like ancillary shit they jack you for anyway, like fucking registration for your car, stupid shit like that. It's like
Your mortgage or your like is it mortgage?
Yeah, like you get taxed on your property tax.
Yeah, property tax,
Yeah.
and like when you get gas, you get like double tax and shit like
Yeah,
that.
taxed again, but you already got taxed on all that. And then if you die and you have a lot of shit, they tax you again. What the fuck?
It's like triple taxing and shit.
Death
Yeah.
and taxes.
Like how the fuck do you tax somebody that many times? And
Yeah.
like we had a revolution on fucking tea and shit. Tea and like I think it was tea and rum and maybe even beer. It was like stupid shit nowadays that people killed each other for back in the day for those rights. And now we're just kind of cheap. We're just like, oh, you want to tax us some more? Okay. Like, really?
They always throw that bullshit story like, oh, well, we're gonna finally fix the road. What?
No.
The road's been broken for like 10 years.
yeah.
You can't repair something that bad. You're gonna have to like redo the entire goddamn thing.
It's a mess, and like I don't like ever saying like I'm going numb or just like not caring about it anymore. But it's almost at the point I'm just becoming tone deaf to this whole sort of election thing because it's so fucking annoying. It seems like it's possibly
Dragging on.
just been worse than from what I could remember. Like, and I thought it was bad when like just all these crazy shit going on about when Obama was running the first time or whatever. Obama's a Muslim, he's a terrorist. I'm just like, oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
Like, I just want this to be done with. This seems like it's even worse or whatever. I just want to get to like December
Well, you know,
I feel like other countries are looking at America like we're a fucking joke, basically.
well, they're probably fucking scared because if America falls, like everybody else is fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
So fucked. Like, cause we're still in the powerhouse in the world, and so if we fall, like, it's going to be a major restructuring of the world.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about, like, there's going to come a day, mark my words, on this podcast, there's going to be a Ghostbuster effect when it comes to the government.
Ghostbusters.
Where people are going to be like, you know what, we're tired of these reruns. We're tired of these goddamn...
Same ass fucking people.
yeah, we're tired of these reboots.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're just done. So we're not gonna participate. And there's gonna be a time when there's gonna be like the record low number of fucking votes, and there's gonna be like basically a revolution. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And we've already seen it. I mean, like right now, it's like the worst time because of the Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. We're gonna get into that shit next week.
I cannot wait. Hopefully, we plan on having a special guest to talk about that topic when we get our full crew back up in the studio. We plan on having a guest in studio, so stay tuned. Next week, it should be a really interesting, thought-provoking show. And if I encourage people to put on the Be Them BTI hashtag. I'm sorry, the Ask Be Them BTI hashtag. Any questions you have concerning like the Black Lives movement and anything sort of, I guess you could say, All Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter, and everything. Not you, but
but his life does matter.
I hope it does.
I think it'll be a really good, thought-provoking discussion that we have next week. So I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. We're gonna have a representative of sort of a police force. So yeah.
Not the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Before we do jump off that topic, what I saw on Saturday, I guess there was another sort of attack on police in Baton Rouge or whatever.
I saw that too, and there was one too in I want to say in Florida, like 2 days ago or something like that.
It's going on again, and and it just seems like it's continuous. Something that I did want to ask, I didn't get a chance to put on the docket, so I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to surprise you with a question or whatever. But since you are the only, I guess, military person on our podcast and everything, it did say that, I guess, the person involved in this latest shooting had a military background. I think, and I as a general question, do you think is it something that we need to look into, like people when they get out of the military, in terms of like, I guess, I don't know how to word it. I want to make sure I word it properly without, I guess, saying it the wrong way.
People.
Well, is it something that we need to look into for people like getting out of the military?
At-risk people.
I don't know if in terms of making sure people aren't at risk when they leave the military.
Yeah, so we all go through things it's called like tamp and tamp or something like that. Basically, you go through like a transitioning thing to come back into civilian life, but it's not great. And if it's the same way it was when I was in, it definitely will not help you if you have like PTSD or other kinds of problems. So I don't know if this guy did or not. What I do know is a fucking piece of shit. All right. Yeah. So whether or not because he was a Marine, and he's a piece of shit. So as far as I'm concerned, he's not a Marine anymore. He's a fucking murderous piece of shit that killed police officers. So fuck him.
He's dead.
But at the same time, I don't think in general you're gonna have a problem with people that are coming out of the military as far as like going on rampages like that. It's very rare that happens because we have a sense of duty to our country. And most of us feel a connection to people in some sort of police agency, like. So I don't.
They're almost the same.
We're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tag
So,
team.
I didn't want to. I don't mean like they would go to that extreme. Like, do we need to watch out for people getting out of the military for shooting up people? Like, I don't mean like that. I just want to. Is it the transition from coming from the military to, let's say, I don't want to say civilian life or whatever? Is it something that maybe we should look into in terms of like?
I mean, if you kind of think about it, I mean, I don't know what the stats are for people coming out of the military, but you don't hear too much stuff about military people like going crazy and like shooting like random ass folks. I mean, I can think about maybe like 3 or 4 stories of that happening, but nothing like.
I don't know this. I don't know the
suicide
stats.
rate. I'm pretty sure there's suicide rate.
I think it's like 22 a day. It's super fucking high. It's usually not like I said. It's usually internal or not. I'm gonna kill you, violent sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's very rare, like I said, because we feel that connection to people in law enforcement because we have similar issues in the military. I don't know what I know. The guy was connected to Black Lives Matter and some other things that were kind of shady, and obviously his mind was fucking twisted by some shit. Don't get me wrong. You can be frustrated about the perceived brutality of police officers, but violence is not going to be the answer.
No.
I mean, it's really not. Black Lives Matter has still yet to have a good solution to problems. You can't just sit there and complain and then put everything on the police force. We'll talk about it again. You guys probably heard me say this many fucking times, but there's other solutions that are there that they need to talk about other than let's point at the police.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem. Like, people need to take personal accountability for their actions. And one of them, which we'll talk about at fucking length next week, is compliance with law enforcement.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the fuck this is a new concept. But when somebody with a goddamn gun tells you to put your fucking hands up or get on the ground, then fucking do it. Even if you think that the officer's in the wrong, he's got a fucking gun. You don't know if that dude is at a fucking 9 already, all right? Just do what you're told, and if you have a problem with it, deal with the court. Your immediate problem is dealing with protecting yourself. All right, so if you want to have a problem afterwards, you take it up in court.
Yeah.
Like, if there's nothing is worth you getting fucking shot over some stupid shit because you want to be tough and not get somebody your ID, or you don't want to get out of the fucking car, or you want to put your fucking hands up, or you want to pull some shit out of your pocket. Fuck that. Like, they're trying to protect their lives. If they think you're a fucking threat and you go for something, they don't know what the fuck it is. I'll tell you from experience, for me, if I think you're a threat and I think you have a gun on you and I think you're pulling it out, I'm going to fucking shoot you if I have a gun. Yeah. And that's just the way it is.
And especially with everything that's been taking place over the last month and a half, you got to be extra fucking be compliant or whatever. I mean, the police officers are under attack.
You know what they need to do? Somebody need to make fucking like Star Trek fucking tasers and shit, where you can either have like fucking taser or fucking like what's the other setting on the
stun.
Either stun or a phase. Yeah,
they have some non-lethal options. That's one of the things. And I'll do research before we do the next podcast, but there's been times where you're only getting part of the story with some of these killings.
Yeah,
I know one in particular. They used non-lethal options on this guy. It was they tased him and they shot him with a fucking beanbag and they still came at him and then they fucking shot him, and they're claiming that it was police brutality. But it's like, you can't keep coming if you're getting fucking tased and shot with other non-lethal means. I mean, they had no fucking choice.
Yes, I know. There's stories out there of people being tased and it not have effects on them. Like, it depends on like if they're like on drugs, because what a tase does, it like kind of attacks your nervous system. But when you're high on the fucking drugs, your nervous system's so fucking out of whack to begin with. The fucking electrical signal doesn't like reach anywhere to begin with.
Based on my understanding, it'll be great to get the person we have planned on, because he's an expert.
Yeah, it's also how you get hit.
Yeah, because pretty much from my understanding is it completes like a circuit. So like from my understanding, like if the prongs like get you like close together, it won't be as bad as if they get you like
different locations.
Yeah, different locations. From my understanding, but like I said, our guest hopefully next week will be able to. Go in depth a little bit more about
I love that one video on YouTube where there's like an old black guy who gets tased, and he gets tased and he's all, "I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch," or something like that. It had me fucking rolling. Dude.
That's what you don't do. I mean, you can't do that. I mean, if you're in the wrong, you can't. Even if you're not in the wrong and you don't think you're in the wrong, you can take it up in court. I mean, you'll be alive in court talking shit all you want, but you're alive. So I mean, people just. I feel like they're just fucking throwing their lives away. Seriously. Like, and it shouldn't be that way against police officers, but I mean, you have to comply. That's just the way. I mean, like when I was in the military, you had no choice but to comply. And I'm not saying that the people on the streets are enemies, but I mean, like, I'll give you an example. I used to be a DI in East LA, like drill instructor in East LA. Like, if you've ever watched like a Jerry Springer or some shit like that, and you saw those military guys that were assholes wearing all black yelling at kids, I was one of those guys. All right. And
those are the best episodes.
Yeah, it was one of the best things I ever fucking did. It was so fucking awesome. Anyway, my whole thing was with these kids, it was my way or my fucking way. So if I told you to do something, you didn't fucking do it, you're probably gonna get fucked up. And it was with full blessing of the East LA County Sheriff's Department, because they were all there.
Nice.
And that's just the way it was. There was never a no, because I had authority over you. So if you had a problem with it, you could take it up with somebody else, but it ain't gonna be me. Yeah. Somebody else will come down to me and tell me that I'm wrong, but it's, at the time, I tell you what to do, you fucking do it. Yeah. So,
is it funnier, Blue? Quick, which one's A or B? Which one's funnier to you? Watching someone get tased or someone get the police dog sicked on them?
fucking tase.
Yeah, Tase is lit.
Tase.
Like one of my favorite ones is this white guy that was running away, and literally mid stride he got tased and just fucking locked up. He fell around his fucking face. I was just like, oh, dude.
Well, also the other funny one is the college kid that had the whole "Don't tase me, bro."
Oh, yeah.
That shit was trending for a while.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That shit was on T-shirts and everything. I kind of want to get tased just to feel it, but I'm also worried that I could fucking die from it or some shit like that.
You'd be all right. I'll
You
get tased.
tased
You
wrong.
want to go? We'll get tased. I'll ask. See if Mr. X can tase us.
All right.
Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ.
fuck-
That,
I've
you
been
know what?
gassed, so.
That would be the highest YouTube fucking thing.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Yeah, we'll get tased. Actually, we should do like a live thing where we get tased
Oh
live.
my god, that would
Yeah.
be fucking. That would be hilarious. I'd be scared of shit.
What do you guys think? Put in the comments or
Yeah.
whatever. Just let us know if you want to see us get tased. Put I don't know, hashtag BTI gets tased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And put the order in who you want to see get tased the most.
Yeah. Hashtag blue or hashtag Kronos.
Yeah. I've been electrocuted before, so I don't know if it's the same as getting tased, but I've been electrocuted like real bad.
Yeah, I've been electrocuted too.
Well, I've been electrocuted, but it was 2:40. I was in Africa and I got electrocuted. So
Well, then in the shower, I remember I was listening to a previous podcast. You were talking about how like the wiring and shit was all fucked up.
no,
And, like,
it wasn't in the shower. So it was so when you're in Africa, everything's 240, and it's 240 or 220, one of the two. But anyway, so you need what's called a step down converter if you want to use American equipment that is not auto switch. And so the equipment that I had was not auto switch. So you had to buy step down converters that converted 220 or 240 to 110 or 120, so you can use it, the normal shit. So I had to reach over to plug something in, right? And so I was bending. I was like, I had my stomach on a metal piece of equipment, and I was reaching down to get something. And when I was reaching down, I put my hand on the step down converter, so all my weight is on my right hand, and it fucking like started electrocuting me.
Damn.
And so I was literally like just like for a good probably fucking 15, 10, maybe even or 15, maybe 30 seconds, I was getting electrocuted. by this fucking thing. And I couldn't even fucking talk. I was just getting electrocuted. I was just like, fuck. And I finally fucking got off of it, and I was just like, and then people were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, dude, I was just getting electrocuted. I couldn't even fucking scream. I was just like, it fucking sucked, man.
yeah, actually, Cakeman in the chat just said that he's been tased before, and he said it isn't fun at all. But I think he did like security work, so I guess he had to get like certified for having a taser. I think I told him the story before, and so he had to like actually get tased.
Yeah.
Unless he robbed somebody.
Because I understand, I mean, it's a lot of volts, but also I think the resistance or the ohms or something, it sort of, that also plays into it.
Yeah, it's not going to kill you. Well, unless you have some kind of medical, I guess, like problem, or like if you have a fucking pacemaker, don't get fucking tased.
Yeah.
Or like you get tased multiple fucking times. Like I know that one guy got tased something like 27 times, and he died. It's like, well, yeah, I mean that's 27 fucking times. You got electrocuted. Yeah.
Isn't there like if you get, I think there's a difference between like amps and ohms. And, like if you get shocked by amps, your muscles tighten up. But if you get shocked by amps, you get fucking like thrown back. Like you fucking explode.
The way
and you, like, go flying
someone
back.
sort of explained it to me, and I could be completely ignorant
Like
on the
AC/DC or
actual
something like
terms. Well, in terms of like because you have your amps and it's like the resistance, and the way that it was described to me, it's like a garden hose and everything. Like you can have like, let's say it's 20,000 volts and that's the water going through, but the resistance, I think, is like when you put your finger like on the end of the hose and you sort of create that force to make it go through you. I guess the higher the resistance is, that's how bad it'll, I guess, punch you in the chest or whatever, or hit you with that wallop. From my understanding, possibly. I mean, I could have it mixed up, but that'll be another thing to ask our potential guest because he'll know for sure.
Yeah.
I think it is the amps. Okay, so power is simply the voltage multiplied by the current, which is the amps.
Okay.
So if you have multiple amps and high wattage, you're gonna fucking fry. But if you have like high wattage but low amps, you'll probably be okay.
So because most people focus
Yeah.
on the watts, right?
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
people are like,
Yeah.
oh shit, it's 20,000 volts or whatever, blah blah blah. But it's the amps that'll really kick your ass.
Yeah,
right?
the amps will fucking. It's
The
about like,
yeah, okay, that's what it was. The amps, not the resistance or whatever the fuck it is.
it's about like to the power of. So yeah, it'll fuck you up.
All right, there you
like
go.
fucking electric man.
Amps are bad, folks. Amps are bad.
Yeah, like it says, if 7 milliamps reaches your heart continuously for 3 seconds, you go into arrhythmia. God damn.
3 seconds to let go, whatever fucking.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do
Well,
some
but it's
research because I'm gonna
at
look up
your
some
heart, though,
defib
yeah.
Oh,
type
okay.
stuff because I wonder how much energy like a defibrillator puts out and everything in terms of like voltage and
I'd be
amps
interested
and
to
stuff. Because
see.
I mean that's supposed to like shock your heart back into in a rhythm.
Yeah, start beating again.
Yeah, because it's from my understanding, it's like your heart goes in this rhythm where it's just constantly
it's
fluttering.
AFib, yeah.
Yeah, AFib, yeah.
That's why it's
what it
weird
is.
when you see, like, on every goddamn movie and show ever, like, they flatline and they get the defibrillator. It's like, well, he's already fucking dead. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, the defibrillator's not going to help.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, when I did
always thought
EMT
it, like,
stuff.
I thought it like jump start up your heart again.
No,
No.
it's the get it to go back in a normal rhythm.
Yeah.
But if it stopped, you have to fucking give them CPR.
Yeah, when I did EMT work back in the day in New Jersey, like you put the pads on and everything. And they're much smarter now than they were back in the day. But the sort of defib will automatically calculate and make sure that he's shock ready.
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff, because you can't just I've seen I remember one episode of Dexter. I watched Dexter just put some defib pads on somebody and shock him dead. I'm like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it's got to, like, warm up.
Yeah, it's got to
like,
warm up and it's got to read. It'll be like analyzing patient or whatever, and it'll be like administer shock, and then you can push the button.
Well, maybe the old ones are like, I'm pretty sure the old ones are just like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, the old one. But this was maybe like a couple years ago. Like Dexter
Yeah.
just took it and boom, out of an EMT truck. I'm like, it doesn't work like that.
I mean, it kind of makes thinking about it kind of like a car. Like when you jump start or when you push start a car, it's got to be going a certain speed. So if the heart is beating and you give it an electric shock when it's open or something like that, it probably does. It probably I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. I'm just making up shit.
But yeah,
Anyway.
CPR is the way to go because you have to actually manually get the heart to go and then give them oxygen and all that shit. So
Yes, indeed.
All right, to switch gears a little bit, I kind of want to get into a little bit of mobile gaming. We don't really talk too much about it. And the only game we really talked
The
about
Pokemon Go hour is this
it's
what we
actually,
got?
it actually isn't. It isn't Pokemon. It's actually Fallout Shelter.
we talk about it every now and again. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but we talked about it way in the past, and they actually had a huge fucking update, which is great. They have they added quests into the game, and what's cool about it is that previously, you just pretty much stayed inside your shelter, your bunker, whatever, and kind of manage your people there, and you send them out to go do shit. But now, when they're out doing shit, they actually will stop and explore an area, and you can actually control them and actually have them fucking you can tell them to do stuff, or you can help them fight against bad people. But then there's also quests where you can send a group of people to go to a specific area and search it and look for stuff.
Like mine just did. I can go in the area right now. Whoop, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really
Pretty cool.
cool because what's cool about it is that you're actually controlling the characters, but it actually adds more to the gameplay. You're more involved. You're actually attacking the actual animals, and what's cool is that you know how in RPGs how sometimes you can do a super combo or whatever when the timing's right. So they kind of have that principle too, where a question mark will show up above an enemy, and if you click it, it will show a pulsating thing. And if you get it where it's just right on the X, you click it there, they do 5 times the damage instead
Okay.
of what they normally do.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a really cool, fun game now.
Yeah, they added in. It was the quest and a couple other things. Oh, added in different kind of monsters too.
Yeah, more weapons too.
Yeah, way more weapons. Yeah, it's nice.
Have you seen people with the fucking the fire hydrant bats?
No.
Dude, those things are fucking powerful.
Fire hydrant
Really?
bat?
Yeah, there's basically a bat that has a
Super
fire
bat.
hydrant on the
Yeah.
end, and it does anywhere from 5 to 23 damage.
God, in that game, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun though, and now it's you have to really pay attention to your stats, your
Yeah.
special thing. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody because my first vault that I had, it's on my old phone. I forgot to save it to the cloud, so I fucking lost it on my new phone. So I have to start from basically scratch. But when you go out there, all the special stuff, they have meetings, when you're out there in the world. So yeah, you can't just send out a level 50 character with low stats. You have to train them to get higher stats.
Yeah. And what's cool too is that certain areas are larger than others, and you got to have enough med packs on you because you
Yeah.
can go through those motherfuckers pretty goddamn fast.
Yeah, and you can get you need to have the med packs and the stim packs, whatever.
Yeah, the stim
Yeah.
packs.
the rataways.
Yeah.
Rataways.
So if you get radiation poisoning, you can kill your character because there's some fucked up shit. There's some giant scorpions in there now.
Yeah,
and they
rat
fuck your guy up.
scorpions.
And then there's some that are they're radioactive. They glow green, and they do hella fucking radiation
Damn.
damage to you.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brutal. But also one thing I learned is that if your team is a group of 3, and if one of them die, you can't resurrect them. When they're in your shelter, you can resurrect them if they die. You just pay 1,000 points, or whatever. But when they're on a quest, they're fucking dead until
didn't know
until
that.
you pass the quest. Then you can revive them. But
Oh,
as long as you're still inside the mission, you can't revive them.
wait,
So
what if they all die?
I think you can still resurrect them after.
Okay, I was
you
that
just
would be fucked up.
yeah, you just failed the quest. But
Okay.
one thing that sucks is that when you send out, you can send out like a regular one person to go out and scavenge or whatever, and if they come across a place for them to search, they'll ask you like, hey, can I search this? And that's when you kind of go in, you can control them. But when you send them out and to do a scavenge, you give them like a certain amount of like radiation packs and like med packs, stuff like that. Well, they get damaged while they're out there scavenging. So once they come onto like the quest area, they only have like maybe 10 packs left. So you have to like judge like if you're actually going to send them in there to actually fight something, maybe get something, a little something.
Okay.
But if they don't have enough med packs, they end up fucking dying, and that's it.
I've been pretty diligent so far. I haven't had anybody die in a quest, but I can easily see how you can get fucked up in a quest.
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple times with like some of those like alpha fucking death claws.
Oh
they fuck you up.
They're fucking huge too.
Yeah.
They do crazy fucking damage, and like it wouldn't just be one. There'd be like 4 or 5 in there, which is rare because usually when they attack your base, there's only 3 of them. They're always coming like a set of 3.
Yeah.
But for these quests, they're like anywhere from like there could be 1 to 5. That's how much I've seen so far.
I really enjoyed Fallout Shelter. I haven't touched Pokemon just because I'm scared to dip my hand into the abyss and never come back. But
are you gonna be this Friday? Are you gonna come with us?
I don't get out of work till 6:30, so
Shit,
probably
no.
yeah.
Okay.
Is it this Friday or next Friday?
Oh, sorry, next Friday.
Oh, okay.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
I had to double check on that one. But yeah, Fallout Shelter was definitely probably one of my favoriteest mobile games I've played probably ever and everything. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It deserves all the awards and accolades that it gets. It's really good.
Like everyone I even showed that to, they were instantly like hooked and playing on it. It doesn't even take that long to really explain how to work it, how to do it. And it's fun. It really is.
But you can fuck up though real bad.
You can fuck up. You can fuck up, and it can go to shit really, really bad.
Yeah, all of a sudden people have no water and they're fucking dying of radiation and shit.
Exactly.
So it's really funny. Like I've been playing Fallout Shelter since like forever, and it got to the point where like all my guys were like capped out. Like everybody was like level 50. They all their experience or their stats were at 10s, and I was getting so you can get these things called lunch boxes where you get like cards and they have like special things on them, and I had 15 of them because I was saving them up because I was waiting for another update because like sometimes the cards have like new characters, but I already had like 200 people in my shelter, so I couldn't take any more. Well, like once the update came out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go through all 15 of my lunch boxes and like claim them all. Well, like I had 4 people already outside of my thing waiting to get in because I already had 200 people. That I got up to 10, and the game wouldn't let me open any more lunch boxes until I got those 10 people into my base. So I actually had to like kick somebody out of my base, let somebody in, and then kick them back out. Like I had to like rotate them until I got my line down to like 1 person, and then I can go back and open up my radiation packs or my lunch box. But it was also funny because since I had 10 people waiting in line, I couldn't let people who were out scavenging back in. Because they couldn't get through because of the fucking line.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I had to fucking finally do it.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
So, I guess I talked about it a little bit a second ago, but we're going to do another podcast. We're going to do 2 podcasts next week.
Live, 2 live ones.
I think, we can do it live, right?
At, where we going? On Friday, right?
Yeah. I got to talk to the person I'm coordinating with. Yeah, we could do it live.
Okay.
But part of it we can't do live because we're going to be like walking around.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be some interesting technology we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, you guys are gonna like it. We've gotten some previews of what we're gonna see, and I'm fucking excited. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. And we actually might do more than 2 because there's a meetup for SVVR.
Oh, that's true, right? Yeah.
So if we do that one, we'll probably won't bring all the equipment, but actually I might
portable?
fucking hopefully packed up. But yeah, I might just bring the portable one. Talk to John and Carl because it's over at NVIDIA. So yeah.
And that's gonna be in the city.
No, the one for SVVR, it's we're NVIDIA's headquarters is somewhere in like I think San Jose or something like that.
Yeah. The one next Saturday.
Like the 31st, isn't
the one
it?
No, the one next Friday.
Friday,
That's in the city. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Damn. I guess we'll wait until next week to get into Mr. Robot in depth.
Yeah, because I'm down 1 episode.
Okay.
I'll watch it tomorrow.
Wait,
Okay.
so kind of getting back into games. Did you guys see the trailer for Batman Tall Tales?
No, because I'm not.
He's not big on the Telltale
guy.
Oh, you're not?
I should probably play it, but I mean, it seems like mist to me. I'm just like,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they use the whole like cartoon selling that they use in
Walking Dead
and Walking Dead and
they had a Game of Thrones one.
Broken.
Also.
Was it not Broken Bad? Borderlands.
Yeah, Tales of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks really good. I mean, I'm a
came
Batman
out,
fan.
or-
Oh no, it comes out next month.
Okay.
In August.
I enjoy them for what they are. They're pretty interesting. I mean, the story for The Walking Dead with Clementine was done really, really well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'd probably check it out and everything. I think don't they have a Michonne episode or season out or just?
I think it's only for mobile phones.
Okay.
I think so,
I
but
remember them saying something about a Michonne sort of Walking Dead kind of story.
it's supposed to be like a prequel where she she still have the Walker guys with them, right?
Okay.
Did you guys see what happened? Did you see what happened to the Lincoln?
Andrew Lincoln?
Yeah,
Yeah, that glitter bomb.
Oh, that
yeah.
shit's fucking funny.
I wanted to
dude.
do that to some people.
Fucking Norman Reedus, he put a bunch of glitter in a Lincoln. What's his last
Andrew
name?
Lincoln?
Andrew Lincoln. He put it in the vents of his car. So when he turned they're in fucking Georgia. So when he turned the AC on, it just fucking blew glitter everywhere. It's pretty funny.
It's fucking magical too. It's like I wish somebody would add that effect too. But his face was like, dude, it's fucking hot. Like, but
It's gotta be like I mean, that's gotta be such a bitch to clean up and everything. Like, I mean, you gotta obviously you're Andrew Lincoln. You got money to pay a car detailer.
Well, no. The funny thing is that the car he had didn't look like
I think it's a rental.
fancy.
It was probably those
probably
Kias that they pimp out every episode.
Yeah.
But he got all over him. That's a hilarious
Yeah,
part.
it's all in his beard and everything.
But I like his like reaction was like so classy. He was just fucking. He was Rick Grimes basically. He was
Yeah.
like, dude, there's fucking glitter everywhere. And
he said it in American voice.
Yeah, he said it in American voice. And I think Norman Reedus was like. He was like cracking up. He's like, dude, I put like a whole bag in there.
That's good. I love when I see people like
definitely look that up. I know it's on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, look up Andrew Lincoln, and yeah, it's probably like one of his recent videos. But it's so goddamn funny.
So I want to give a shout out to Earth Girls Are Easy. They had actually a hilarious trending tweet. Well, they latched onto a trending tweet, but they have a really good tweet that's trending. So there was a tweet called hashtag RNC a movie. That's the Republican National Conference.
Convention conference? I don't know.
Convention, yeah, you're
Okay.
right, convention. My bad. The Republican National Convention, a movie. And that means like basically the RNC is like a movie. And their idea was Willy Wonka and the White Chocolate Factory. And they have this fucking gif of Donald Trump looking like an Oompa Loompa. And then Chris Christie looking like, remember when the girl that always chewed gum ate that fucking blue thing?
Violet. Yeah, it's
think
Violet because that's what color she turns into.
Yeah, and so she ate this one thing. She got all like super big and then turned blue. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So and somebody kind of talked.
Is that his running mate? Is Chris?
No,
his
no.
running mate?
No.
Okay.
That question underneath it does look pretty interesting, though. Do we want to?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So, Earth Girls Are Easy are asking, just watched the most disturbing porn. What is the most disgusting porn you've ever seen? For me, I think it was either a Japanese vomit video or the Two Girls, One Cup, because technically that was a porn.
I mean, yeah, it technically was. The girls were naked.
I'm very glad to say I've never watched that.
Yeah.
Well, let me just give you
Hold on, moved this before. We're at a fucking bar and somebody said they didn't watch it, and like literally within like fucking 10 seconds, he had that shit on his phone.
Oh,
Dude, it was like everywhere on the internet for a period of time. But then there was a point where it was like gone. Like you couldn't fucking find it. But like I don't know how I was able to find it, but I fucking found it and I showed it to somebody. But yeah, that shit was funny. The most disturbing porn I've ever seen. I don't like violent porn where like the guy's like slapping a girl and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I don't like that shit either.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one where like a chick like she sticks her hand in the woman's vagina and then she stick like another hand and she starts like double fisting her.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
No.
that's what I think.
No me gusta.
One of K-Mac's probably most disturbing one was what we saw at with Ella Darling.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Damn.
That was like, I gotta explain this to y'all. Okay, so they took a speculum, like this was like a goddamn horse grade speculum, all right? They stuck it in this chick's ass and they spread it open so wide that literally you could put two fists in and you would have space. Like if it was a game of Operation, you'd have been good to go.
Yeah.
You'd have never touched the sides. I was like, damn.
Even
Like,
if you sneeze, you wouldn't touch the sides.
yeah, you could see her fucking soul. I was like, damn.
You can see what she had for dinner 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And she showed us that as we were sitting in a restaurant.
And well, it wasn't her. It was 5
Star.
5 Star showed it, but
Yeah.
just showed it like nonchalant, like, hey, look at this. Oh no, she didn't. they're just watching it,
Yeah.
and like I was like, dude, what are you watching? They're like, oh, we're watching some actress. I'm like, well, I don't see.
And
I
then-
looked, I was like, nope, I'm done.
And then Ella was like, I want to work with her. I was like,
He's like, oh, she has
Holy
like
shit.
the prettiest asshole, and it's like, that was
yeah,
like,
I was not thinking that.
yeah, I was like,
Christ.
I'm like, I can be kinky with my adult entertainment, but this was like,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
done.
it was interesting to get like how different, I guess, her brain worked than like me. You know what I mean? I was just like, well, I guess her whole world is like the way I look at, like, she probably never look at things in a super. Well, I guess she's fucking nerdy. She probably would.
yeah.
But I like look at things in an analytical, super nerdy way. Like I think about computer shit all the time, and I guess in her same way, she thinks about like pornography shit in like a more analytical way.
Yeah.
You know, so she was a cool chick though, man.
Yeah. I think for me, it's more. If I see something, I'm just like, nope, and I just X out of it immediately. I don't like when if I see like. For some reason, it's a big turnoff for me when I see like a guy spitting like in a girl's mouth.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like people spitting on anything. I'm like, why the fuck are you spitting? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't like that. I'm just like, stop. And I'm like, that just better been a one-time thing, or else I'm finding a new porn.
You know what else is fucking disturbing is, I know you're talking about spitting, but like, I hate when fucking people do like the fucking snot rocket type shit, where they're like, and then like they blow like a fucking load of
Like
fucking
porn?
not in porn.
I was like, what the fuck are you watching?
I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry, I guess I should have told you. I was kind of changing.
Got like
subject
a nebby pot or whatever, and just get all that shit fucking cleaned
But
out.
that shit's funny when a girl has like a nut bubble, and you're like,
Oh my god!
I used to do that shit all the time. It's not rockets when I was a kid, but yeah, now I just find fucking something to blow my nose with.
yeah.
You know what's funny? This is a true story. This girl that I knew back in the day, I spit, and she was like, "Oh, I can spit too," and she goes. And as soon as she went, a fucking loogie came out of her mouth and went on her shirt. I couldn't stop fucking laughing. I was just like, damn.
Oh, trying to
think
be
I
one of the
remember
boys.
this.
I look
Just
at you,
stay
got
in your
spit on your
lane.
shirt.
Yeah.
Spittle.
Yeah. Oh, if you were wondering what Earth Goes or Easy's answers were to that question of the most disturbing porn that they've ever watched, check out episode 22, Don't Mind If You Freak Me.
Oh, I like how you didn't even like tell them. You're like, hey, guess what? You're gonna have to fucking do some work.
Yeah, go watch that shit. Yeah.
Listen
to
check
it.
them out.
Yeah,
They're really fucking funny.
You can't watch them. They're super private. Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. I was listening to the. I mean, that's the one good thing about taking long car trips. You can get caught up on all your podcasts.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, I got to catch up on a couple of Joe Rogan episodes. Those are the hard ones to catch up on because it's like
Those are like
Those
what,
are
3-4 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, because it used to be 3 hours because on Ustream, you could only stream for 3 hours and you had to start a new one, right? Mm-hmm. And so, but then he went over to YouTube and then he didn't realize for like the longest time that you can go over 3 hours.
Oh, really?
But then he figured it out and he did like a podcast. I think it was Sam Harris and it was like 4.5 hours.
God
Yeah.
I was
damn.
like, damn. But they're both really, I mean, Sam Harris is
long.
like, even though Sam Harris sounds boring as fuck, and I'm sorry, even though Sam Harris is probably never going to listen to this goddamn podcast, you're fucking smart as fuck. I love listening to you, but the way you speak, like the tone of your voice, is fucking boring.
It's all monotone.
What we have to say is very important, so I listen.
He's like the was it
Ben Stein?
Yeah, Ben Stein.
Yeah, it's almost like a Ben Steinish type. It's not really droning, but it's almost to that point where it's like yeah. But he's a smart ass dude. Anyway, moving on. What we got?
So I just saw in the news this week, Drunk Blue saw this and was like, what? This is fucking dumb. I guess there's some companies are pushing to put nutrition things on the side of beer, which sounds fucking dumb because beer is great and it shouldn't be fucking. Nobody needs to know if it's bad or good for them because they
Everyone
already
knows
know it's
it's-
fucking bad.
Well, I mean, it's not like you're drinking antifreeze or anything.
Yeah.
I don't mind because that doesn't have like some nutritional sort of.
Yeah, there's like
facts. I thought that's
vitamin
like,
C
I
and
thought
shit in
that's
there.
like mandatory. Like it'll say like, I guess on the
What are you talking about?
like nutritional, not stats or. I thought that was like mandatory by like.
No,
FDA.
it's mandatory to everything except for beer and wine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
Is
like
there a reason why
I'm looking here on
why they're
cider.
excluded?
It's on cider because it's cider.
Yeah, I'm looking on cider. It's on here, but
Yeah, but beer and wine, no. The reason is because the variations between yeast strains will change the alcohol content and the nutritional value of whatever you're using. So they have to test it for every single batch.
yeah, and it's
That's one
it's
of the
so
main
inconsistent
Oh,
too.
so it'd be
So
cost prohibitive.
Well, I mean, you can still do it. You can just put a general one on there. It's just like when you're making food, right? I'm very fucking certain that when I'm reading a label of food, that's not exactly what it is. It's a
Yeah.
rough estimate. Like when I'm eating an apple, you can't tell me like then every apple is exactly this, right? Because apples come in different shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
Sure.
and also like when you go to like a fast food place, like they put on there like a general calorie count. It'd be like anywhere from like 200 to like 300, something like that. So yeah, it's very basic. But
So where did this, I guess, come from? Like people, like
it's the like Budweisers of the world out there trying to like get this out there. But
for what? What's supposed to be the positive effect of it?
I don't know, because like if you're watching your weight, then you shouldn't be fucking drinking beer, because it's high in carbs and stuff like that. So I mean, if you drink beer for the effect of beer, you're not drinking beer because you want to watch weight and stuff like that. But
Take an extra fucking walk.
Yeah,
go play Pokemon Go.
So you know what's crazy? I was saving some of this for my podcast, but I'm gonna talk about a little bit on this podcast. I'm not gonna go too deep because it's fucking complicated for a lot of people. But I went on what's called the ketogenic diet. And I stopped drinking beer. That's why you haven't seen me drink beer on the podcast for like the past month or so. So I'm on this diet.
I've been picking up the slack.
Yeah. Thank you. Someone's got to drink the goddamn beer.
Nice.
But yeah, I've lost like 13 pounds in 21 days from this diet. And it's basically, it's a high-fat, low-carb diet. So it's weird. So I limit myself typically on a given day 25 carbs or less. So of net carbs. So that's any carbs. So I don't count fiber as carbs because it's fiber, but anything else, I count those as carbs. And the way I feel is fucking great. Like after I do jiu-jitsu, I don't feel fucking old anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's been great. But what I did notice is how many fucking carbs are in everything.
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit! Like a can of soda is like 50-something carbs. I was like, holy shit! Like I can't. You know, like
that's your whole daily intake right there.
Yeah, that's more. It's more than
thing.
double. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck. I can't take that stuff right now. I mean, eventually I'll go back to a modified diet. But I was just so very aware of like how many carbs are in everything. And alcohol like beer is going to have a high carb content because it's alcohol which turns back into glucose when you ingest it or you start digesting it, and then also the wheat and other shit that's in there, they're carbs as well, and sugar that's in there because there's sugar in that shit too. So, the carb count's gonna be high, and I think they're just worried about losing sales, but nobody gives a fuck. They're gonna drink it anyway. Most people that are drinking beer don't give a shit. That's why I guess light beers, but most people don't care about light beers. Light beers aren't light because of the fucking calorie count.
Yeah, they just add water to it.
Yeah,
that's how they make it light. They basically it's like cutting cocaine with fucking baking soda. You use fucking water to cut that fucking calorie count down, but it's still the same fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
But beer's fucking great. I sort of miss it, but I sort of don't. Like I miss drinking, but I don't miss because when I wake up in the morning, it's like, hey, I'm awake now. I don't feel like super tired or anything. I'm just like, let's fucking get the day going. You know, some days I get up, I'm a little slower, but when I'm drinking. But now it's just like it's kind of nice.
That's cool. Yeah. You definitely where can people learn more about this whole thing you're on?
On my fucking podcast, I'm going to talk about it this week in my podcast. I might do two for Cronus Does. That's KR0NUS Does. Or if you want to just learn from a goddamn expert, not a fucking idiot like me, just look up the ketogenic diet. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put it in the chat room too. But yeah, I like it so far, and it's been like over a month. It's been nice because you eat a lot of fat, and it's fine. Like I'm losing weight eating fucking fat. It's like ridiculous, and it's scientifically proven shit. So,
looking at you now, like you're not, like I don't know, you look slimmer.
Yeah,
I guess.
Definitely.
It's not like you're withering away or anything.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go down another 10 pounds though, so I'll see how I feel from there.
Nice.
Hopefully I'll do that next. I'm gonna shoot for like 3 weeks, go down another 10 pounds. So yeah.
None of you guys watch Steven Universe, huh?
No, but why don't you go ahead and tell us all about? Or tell us. I see the story, so go ahead.
Yeah, so Steven Universe is a cartoon on Cartoon Network, and it's pretty good. There's like a lot of emotional content behind it. There is lesbians in the show, but Uzo Duba.
Just call it. It's Crazy Eyes, isn't it?
It's Crazy Eyes. Yeah, Crazy Eyes from Orange Is the New Black is going to be appearing on the show. I don't know if it's this week or next, but it's really cool because she's going to be a crystal gem. A crystal gem is they're pretty much aliens from another world who comes to Earth to try to like destroy the Earth to make like a giant crystal cluster, or it's kind of like a warp gate basically. And like there's these other crystal gems that are there to protect it. And her character, she's gonna be voicing one of the characters there, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty funny.
Sounds pretty interesting. I enjoy watching her on Orange Is the New Black, so I definitely might check that out. See what she brings to that.
Yeah, and if you don't watch Steven Universe, you definitely should, because it's funny because there's a bunch of controversy between about the lesbian tones in the show, because all the gems are females, and there's one dance so that they dance to kind of fuse together, but there's one dance that
do they fuse together while they scissor?
Well, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. So in one of the episodes, like the tall chick Garmin and the shorter girl, God, I can't think of her name. They're dancing together, and then one of the moves before they fuse, Garnet she sits back and she squats her legs open, and then Roseanne comes running into her legs, and that's how they fuse. And I'm so surprised nobody's fucking talked about this. They talked about the other scene where the other women's dance together, but they never brought this one up, because I was like, damn, that was very fucking sexual. Like, it's so sexual that they actually covered the little boy. So Steven Universe is a little boy, and he's got his mom's gem, and that's why he's a crystal gem. But they cover up his eyes because of that fucking scene, and I'm surprised this hasn't been brought up whatsoever about the whole entire show.
It's because people are fucking idiots. What they do is they only latch on to things that are very obvious, right, or something that they heard about. Like when that one senator was like, SpongeBob is gay, I don't want him on TV anymore. That guy was fucking stupid. Or like when people made a big deal about the female Iron Man, even though she was out months before. Just like, you guys aren't really paying attention.
Well, there's new controversy. There's a show on Nickelodeon where apparently it's like the first interracial gay couple on the show. Yeah. And Wayne Brady voices the black character, and I saw a clip of it, and it's like, this is like the guys from Modern. It's basically the guys from Modern Family, the gay guys from Modern Family, except they're different race. Like, what's the fuck the controversy is? Yeah.
Yeah, there's gay people. I mean,
yeah,
they're
here.
They've been here.
They exist.
They're not going anywhere.
Well, it's so funny because the cartoon that it's in is basically there's a family that has one son but 9 girls. But nobody talks about how these parents are just fucking fucking taking up resources. These fucking what's that show called? 18 and counting or something like that.
Yeah,
using up fucking human resources and shit.
Yeah, look, if you're having that many, you're a fucking asshole. If you're having that many kids, I'm sorry. It's like, what are you trying to repopulate the goddamn earth? You should. This is my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's right, but it's right to me. So I think on this earth, I think you should have a maximum 3 kids, and that's fucking pushing it. I think normally you should have 2 kids to replace yourselves on this earth. Mm-hmm. That's all you really fucking need. I don't know why the fuck do you need goddamn 30 fucking kids. I don't understand. What the fuck? Why do you need that many kids?
Yeah.
You need your own fucking basketball team or some shit? Or you just...
Well, I know back in the days, when they had fucking disease.
High mortality rates. Yeah, you don't have that anymore.
Yeah, you don't have that anymore. It's what's the fucking point? And plus, kids are fucking expensive.
Yeah, we got rid of fucking polio. We're good to go. Well, actually, I mean, if we keep trying to have these idiots that are trying to get rid of goddamn vaccines, we might go back to it.
Yeah.
We're having whooping cough is coming back. I was like, holy shit.
I didn't even know. I always thought whooping cough was like a fairy tale, basically, because I never knew anybody that had it, never heard this and that, but apparently it's fucking coming back and shit.
I guess so.
Yeah, I was talking to a nurse about it. I was just like, these people are they're fucking dumb. These things happen literally in our parents' lifetime, and all of a sudden, just because you didn't see it, it doesn't exist. What?
Okay.
No, it's just it's weird to me because they don't want to vaccinate their kids because they don't see polio or these other really bad diseases because they haven't seen the consequences of those diseases because we have vaccines.
Yeah, we got rid of that shit.
But and they're saying that it's not around anymore, but they can still come around. You know what I mean? There's still people that aren't vaccinated that can get it, and if you get it, you're gonna fuck up a lot of kids and they're gonna fucking die.
Those are the people I hope are playing Pokemon Go and walking in traffic.
Fucking weeding out their own self.
Yeah,
fucking Darwin
walking
Awards.
off cliffs and shit.
Yeah.
What was that outbreak that happened at Disneyland? Was it chickenpox?
No, it was fucking goddamn. It wasn't chickenpox. Because chickenpox is normal. I mean that's gonna keep happening. But it was an old disease that was thought extinct. It was. There's a vaccine against it that's very effective.
Polio.
It wasn't polio.
It wasn't polio. I know it was fucking major. Like hundreds of people were getting sick.
Influenza. I'm trying to think of Oregon Trail type shit.
That's just the flu. was it dysentery?
Dysentery, yes, it was.
Yes, so I have fucking dysentery.
You have died of dysentery. You got to ford the river, shoot the bear with the little pellet gun.
Yeah, because I remember there
was Oregon Trail needs to come on my mobile phone. I would play Oregon Trail.
I think it is on there. I think there is a version of Oregon Trail in there. At least there's a site that has old school like PC games you can play them online.
I need it on my phone.
They gotta update
ASAP.
Well, it's
Something cool,
so
you know?
funny
It
story.
was the fucking measles. That's what it was.
Measles.
The measles.
Okay.
I know it's something like chickenpox, but it's different. But yeah, so if you ever play Oregon Trail, if you go to the site and you play Oregon Trail, don't fucking spend your money on fucking clothes, food, whatever. Buy nothing but fucking oxes. Oxys? Oxens? If you spend all your money in the fucking oxes, it will take you literally like 10 minutes to make it to where you need. Because there's so many of them, you just fucking like go hella fast. It's so fucking funny to watch. Like,
Yeah.
I just learned this like recently. It's fucking hilarious.
That game was the shit. Oh, that was that game, and then in Computer Lab there was another. It was like a fish type game where you'd be like a fish and you would go like eat like plankton and shit. But like if you ate the wrong thing, you would get snatched up by like a fucking like a fisherman or whatever. You'd be like, oh yeah, there's some and it wouldn't be something obvious like, oh, there's a worm or whatever. It would be like, oh, little plankton, go eat that, and then next thing you know, you're getting snatched up out the water.
Getting 25% off
Let me
your
tell
next
you,
prescription
let me
of
just go
Viagra?
back real
How
quick
about
to
getting
the
50%
the
off
fucking
your next
measles
3
thing.
prescriptions
So
of Viagra?
in 2000,
Click
the
to see if you're
CDC
eligible and learn more about
labeled
Viagra at
measles as
Viagra.com.
eradicated, as in like it wasn't fucking
Or
in the
take
USA anymore.
50%
And then some
500.
asshole that didn't vaccinate their kids took them to go down to Disneyland,
Yeah.
and 70 people across 6 states and Mexico got fucked up.
And Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah, thanks, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Have you? I know this is kind of. I mean, we're kind of on that topic, but have you guys heard of? It's called Vathil gel. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I've been waiting for that to come out for like the longest fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard
like
it
at least
comes out.
6 years.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to come out like in 2018.
What is
what?
Vasagel?
So Vathigel is it's a male's what's it called?
Contraception.
Contraception. I can't talk right now.
Okay.
Anyways, but it's a shot that you basically get in your testicle lining.
Whoa!
And it's a gel.
Man's deference.
Yeah, it's a gel that goes in there, and what it does is that when you're about to ejaculate, your sperm swims through this gel, and it fucking eradicates them. It kills them all.
I thought it stopped it.
I think and it doesn't stop it because you still like ejaculate, but it kills off the
Oh, okay.
It
Well, no.
does something to their membrane.
We're gonna go through biology again. It can stop them all because when you're busting a nut, most of it's prostate fluid. So I thought it stopped it. I could be wrong.
I was like listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about it. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was made out of a guy out in India created it,
Yeah.
and it has like 100% success rate. Like no guys who had this operation has had kids, and it's cool. What's crazy about it is that it lasts for 15 years. Like you can have kids after that 15 years, but you also can have the shot to like counteract it, so it kind of get rid of it out of your system.
And you get shot in your nuts.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're gonna get like a vasectomy, you're gonna get shot and cut in your nuts. So I'd rather just take one shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
This shit just sounds fucking great.
yeah, it's about time. That's one of the things that.
Can't even believe I'm hearing this.
No, I mean, if you think about it, as far as like contraception goes, like men have condoms and everything else is on the woman. It's like, why the fuck is that? Like, why haven't we had some kind of goddamn oral contraception for men? I mean, like, is nobody fucking putting time into this shit?
Well, I know there's been people that have tried, but like with a woman, they mainly have to just focus on like one egg a month. Like they have to like somehow make sure this egg doesn't get fertilized. But with guys, we have fucking millions of fucking sperm that's like going into the woman's body, and it was kind of hard to like stop that.
I don't think it's that. I think it should be about the same. Somebody can figure that shit out.
I mean,
because I know for me personally, like I'd feel a lot safer if I knew that I couldn't have kids, and rather than relying on somebody else telling me, "Oh, I'm on the pill," and they're actually not.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, you got a kid, and they're taking goddamn money from you. So yeah, that shit. I'm not saying the kid, but you know, you can get trapped.
Shit, I damn near got trapped.
Yeah.
But if this shit ever comes out, fucking in line.
I'm getting it. I'll get that shit done.
That's hilarious.
I'm adopted anyway. Should.
Yeah.
So we got anything else we need to go into? We heading down the home stretch?
Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. Speaking of Pokemon, did you see this from Cake Man? Did you guys see a guy get his forehead caved in by? Oh,
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
EST fight, right?
He's talking about MVP. Michael Venom Page versus. Actually, we didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we did.
Michael Venom Page versus Cyborg Santos, the guy, Evangelista Cyborg Santos, who was Christine Cyborg Justino now. It was her ex-husband. And he got fucking kneed in the face And when it happened, it sounded like a goddamn baseball bat hit this dude. Like, he went down, like, in serious pain. Like, he wasn't knocked out. He just, like, covered his face up and just flopped to the ground.
Holy shit.
And it was like, I was like, holy shit, that's a fucking bad knockout. And then afterwards, the guy, fucking Michael Venom Page, reached out across the cage, and he pulled out a Pokemon trainer hat and a fucking Pokeball, and he fucking threw, and he rolled it over at this dude that's in, like, fucking excruciating
pose,
pain.
and that was so, it was on point. Like,
Yeah.
the pose was, like, on point. Like, it was hilarious.
I know I saw the video, but I didn't know that like the dude actually got fucked up.
Dude.
Pretty
Oh,
bad.
yeah, the fucking x-ray. Like, literally, like, you can see in his head, it's dented in. So,
God
like,
damn.
he literally caved his face in.
Damn.
And he has to, like, he might have some serious problems. They have to basically restructure his skull.
Imagine what your forehead would look like if, let's say, a baseball was halfway implanted into it. That's exactly what this guy's x-ray looks like.
God damn.
It's like he has a crater. This shit what looks like a baseball implanted, like, halfway in his head.
He's got a knee
You
imprint.
can even see his eye is fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even look at that.
Well, I'll show you a picture. And I'll see if I can pull it up on the podcast. But here's the good picture of it.
Oh god damn.
Yeah.
It's really bad. I'm like, I don't know how this guy fucking survived that shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
And you see how it goes into his eyes? See how his eyes fucked up?
Oh shit. I can't believe that dude's like alive. And
Yeah.
shit, his forehead looks like a fucking cracked egg. Like when you go to like a hard-boiled egg, when you go to crack it, that's what his skull looks like. Holy shit, dude.
Like, how do you heal from that?
Well, they're gonna have to, like, basically either remove pieces of his skull and, like, restructure it or something like that.
Not enough money in the world.
Well, the good thing is that Bellator said that they're going to pay for his medical fees.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's also a GoFundMe. His ex-wife saw what happened and immediately put up a GoFundMe to help. Because, I mean, the guy, he's not going to be able to train for, he's going to be out of commission for, like, a good year.
Yeah.
There's no way he
That's
can.
not career ending?
No, you can come back from that.
Shit.
Fuck that.
I mean, I know bones and shit heal, but goddamn, like
Fuck
I would be fucking scared to get into
that.
another ring again.
I'd be scared to fucking hit my head on a fucking anything in my house.
Yeah,
I
right.
think I might die or some
So
shit.
I'll put up the picture in the chat right now. If you're watching live, that's the picture of Cyborg Santos, and you can see how his turning it around. His right eye is like lower and like kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
and you can see the picture of the X-ray where it's like his shit's caved in. You can clearly see it on the non-X-ray where it looks like his forehead is just like pushed in.
Damn.
It's just like it's a really really bad. It's one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen in MMA.
Fuck that.
The guy's he's a fucking tough guy for being able to, like, he's looking at a camera, but I'm like, dude, I'd be like, just put me out, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Like,
shit.
can I get an induced coma?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, super bad.
Like, how long will it take for me to heal? All right, can you put me in a coma till then?
Yeah,
I don't want to be living hurting.
yeah. We definitely wish him a speedy recovery. I hope you can go back to doing what you love doing, which is obviously fighting. He's been doing it for a while, so yeah, man, heal up, come back.
Headaches be hurting like
And
motherfucker.
Michael Venom Page is actually he's fuck. I've been watching this guy come up. This motherfucker fights like he's in the fucking Matrix. It's like ridiculous, dude. Have you ever seen this guy's fucking highlights and shit?
I've never even know who this dude is, but
keep bullshitting for me. I'll
Yeah,
pull something
'cause-
up for you.
like, I mean, not to put any salt in any kind of wounds, but like, I guess what happened to Ronda Rousey seemed like it would be something like this, but because she got hit pretty goddamn fucking hard in her face, but
Yeah, it
that was
wasn't
a
like that,
knee.
though. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a knee. Like,
god damn.
God, yeah.
Are you gonna watch the Holmes fight this weekend since we're kind of talking about MMA fighting?
Who's this weekend?
I think it's going to be on Fox. Like, I think it's on like public TV, but it's like Katie or what's her name, Holmes versus somebody else.
I gotta move, man.
Oh, that's
I gotta,
right.
Yeah.
but I'll try to watch.
True.
Hold on, I'm bringing it up right now. But this dude, he had this one knockout that I saw of this dude where he's like he's moving around like he's joking, but then he knocks this dude the fuck out.
Holy shit!
I was just like like his hands are down the whole time. He's just like fucking around. I'm just like, well, how's this dude? I was like, well, he's gonna get knocked out eventually, but he's good. Like, he just seems like he's fucking around, but his skills are fucking really good.
All right, this is the guy who has a Pokemon hat on at the end.
It's
Yeah.
Pokemon trainer, man.
Yeah.
Watch this dude. Right, boom.
Christ.
Fuck that dude up with one
Just
punch.
walk right into
Shit.
fucking...
So yeah, this basic guy just like walked out and he just fucking swung and knocked him down, and all of a sudden dude was trying to grab his foot.
It was a straight right and just fucking knocked him down in the first like couple seconds.
Damn.
They fucks people up.
It's kind of crazy. He's fucking like pop locking.
There's one where he fights this dude where literally he's like, when he knocks people out, sometimes he doesn't, like, he'll knock him out and then not move. So it's like even more dramatic.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
God, what? I didn't see him hit him, dude.
Walks away.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He's fucking fast as shit.
But he was like
Look, it's right
fucking
there.
around.
Still checking if the place still
Around the
cold.
jaw, man.
Moving in the way, no
Damn.
place, no snow.
There's his wife he
Straight
knocks
chillin'
out,
with
and
my
I think he
niggas
gets
and
stuck in the
shiver.
cage.
Thinking about South Lake,
Or maybe he just
from
stumbles
river.
away, but like the way he
Big
does it.
nigga, move big nigga, fake Jordan ass, black ass bitch nigga. I come back with a
Still
liquor
fucking
shot.
knock down.
I
Knock
play
these dudes the
city
fuck out
and I
with one,
take
two,
your
and walk
spot.
away.
Stay thinking about a
boom.
white one, thinking
Oh,
about a
gotcha.
bright sun. That I changed straight from the dark shit. No tape,
look
when I
at,
play
like, the way
with
he
the black
ran the
gun,
ring.
nigga. You ain't never
Yeah, I mean,
been
he
the
looks like
dog
he's
since
got a
the last
fucking
run.
ball.
No stairs in the
Stinky.
place that show. A lot of niggas tell me
Oh
that
yeah,
I
I
never
mean this guy
really
should
own.
have decent
Track,
footage. He's got
track
a
to the
body.
base, back,
Oh,
back,
yeah.
nigga.
I haven't seen
Tell
him
me
use
that
it,
I'm like a
but
nigga
I
on my
haven't
flow
seen all the
sicker.
fights yet. I've seen like maybe 3 or 4, but they're all impressive. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated right now.
Oh shit.
It's the fucking one that I wanted you guys to see. It's one I think it's against a white guy or something like that. It was like the craziest shit I ever fucking
Right now
seen.
he's fighting fucking Rufio from
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
Oh, sorry.
Just corner, the London jukebox screaming out of commentators. Oh, he let the spinning kick.
He hit him with a fucking spinning, like flying kick and shit like that, and he just looked one direction. Dude just wobbled off to the side.
He's doing a Harlem Shake.
It's like fuck with this guy. Yeah, they just fucking with him. He's just like, dude.
But I never see
Boom,
no
and he
niggas
just
ever
stands
fail.
there.
Another spinning
Boy,
kick.
leg boy, trash boy, 10 fake babe,
Like,
please,
yeah,
I don't
yes,
think
boy,
that
no,
had sound
I
effect.
tell
It was
these
like-
niggas that I never do shit. But my thoughts
The fact that he just like kept looking straight, and he didn't look at the point, like he knew the guy was fucking going down.
Yeah, like the walk away KO when you look like that, like that's like, first of all, it's very respectful of your opponent.
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of times where people see that they're out and they just keep hitting them. I'm like, dude, he's out. Can you just stop?
Yeah.
This? Sometimes you can hit him again, they'll fucking wake up. So
That's
just
true.
knock him out, just let it go. I think one of the best examples was it was Brian Stan against some guy. I think it was Alessio Sakara, and Brian Stan was ground and pounding him, and he was hitting him, and he hit him once, and the guy, and he was about to go hit him again. He's like, oh shit, he's out. And then he got up and moved away, and the ref was like, what the fuck? He's like, he's out. And the guy was like, oh, fight's over. But it's like the fighter shouldn't tell you this guy's out. You know what I mean?
That's fucking crazy.
Anyway, enough about fighting. Sorry, I know this is a geek podcast. So.
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about like fighting and stuff like that, definitely check out Cronus Does
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your very own host Cronus.
I do the Jits cast on there right now, and I talk about a lot of fighting stuff, mostly jiu-jitsu, but I talk about MMA as well because jiu-jitsu is part of MMA. Because if you have no jiu-jitsu, you're gonna get fucked up in MMA.
Exactly.
You're gonna end up with like a dent in your forehead. So should we go ahead and do a round table?
Yeah. So, Blue, who you jerking off to? What you smoking? What you doing for the weekend? What you getting yourself into?
So I've been watching Dragon Ball Super, and it's getting better, but it still has animation issues where like the animation gets like crappy all of a sudden. But it's actually pretty interesting. Gohan's back training again with Piccolo because he realized when they fought Frieza that he wasn't up to par, and that's the reason why fucking Piccolo died again. But yeah, the show it's pretty good, and right now where I'm at, they discovered that there's more Dragon Balls out there, but they're called wishing balls, whatever, and they're the size of fucking planets, and there are 7 of them, but they're between 2 different universes. So it's right now Dragon Ball takes place in Universe 7, but there's also Universe 6 that's the parallel of Universe 7, and yeah, some of the Dragon Balls are there, some of the Dragon Balls on other ones, and it's pretty interesting so far. But now they're starting, they're doing like a tournament where Universe 6 are going against Universe 7 people. And apparently there's Saiyans in Universe 6, so we're going to see some new Saiyans there. I also been watching Orphan Black, which is really good. It's a really good show. I definitely recommend that. I got done reading fucking Batman and the Ninja Turtle comic book, and actually had a pretty cool ending. The Ninja Turtles were trapped in Gotham through a fucking wormhole that Crane created, and Shredder's here too, but Shredder teams up with Ra's al Ghul, and it turns out that the turtles are dying because the universe that they're in, the mutagen that they have is kind of fading out of their body. But yeah, it's a really good story. It's really cool, short, 6 comic books, but I definitely recommend that as well. If you have a VR, definitely check out some VR porn. That shit will change your goddamn life. Holy shit!
It might end your fucking life.
Yeah, it might end your life. You might fucking like ejaculate and just fucking onto your fucking computer and just get electrocuted or some shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Get your mind trapped in the Matrix. But also, definitely check out the before and after cast on our YouTube channel and also our React channels.
Nice. I guess I'll go with myself. I'm going to. I think I have 3 more episodes of Orange is the New Black. I plan on watching Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah,
that's I think the episode came out tonight, correct?
Not tomorrow, because not on Thursdays.
Oh damn. So I want to rewatch that, and like I was saying before, like I had to rewatch the first episode twice because like I was distracted doing stuff around the house, and like Mr. Robot's one of those shows where you can't be doing other shit while trying to watch it because you'll miss some shit or whatever, and you'll be like, oh shit, I need to go back and rewatch something. So definitely plan on watching Mr. Robot. I actually dusted off and plugged in the PlayStation 3.
Nice.
I decided to start a NCAA football dynasty or whatever because they don't make the college football games anymore for PS4. So I busted out the 3 and started a little dynasty with the professor just to get ready for football season coming up. And I also had the I think there was like one more trophy I could get on the old school like X-Men game you got from like the PS Store, like from the arcade version.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
platinum.
yeah. So I was like, oh, I might go do that. Might play some Streets of Rage or something like that when I was looking at some of the games I still had saved on the hard drive. And it's funny because it's like he's so used to like the 4, or even like an Xbox One. It's going back. It's like fucking loading times. What the fuck and stuff. So it's kind of comical and everything. I watched Ballers. I know Old Ninja's been watching that. So we'll have to talk about that. That's about it. I think that I have planned. I just plan on, I guess, resting up and chilling or whatever. I think you're moving next weekend, so I'll be around to help with that whole process and everything.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Before Chronos go, I just also want to say check out One Punch Man. It's on Cartoon Network. The thing that sucks about it is that they all show up as repeats on DVRs, so you might want to check and make sure you record like both new and repeated, because I don't know why it shows up and it says that it came out back in January, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But yeah, definitely check out One Punch Man in English.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to recommend Magi, Adventures of Sinbad. So this is actually a Netflix exclusive, which is funny because this is a real anime that came out in Japan. I think it was last year or the year before that, that I was a huge fan of. It's this story takes place with Sinbad as the main character, but the original one, Magi, was about Magi. I forget his actual name, and Aladdin. So it was really interesting, kind of a mixing Middle Eastern like folklore along with like Japanese, anime. So it's really cool. It has magic and like warriors and shit. It's a really cool anime. I'm watching it with my daughter, so it's pretty cool. And also I'm playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate when I get a chance. It's fun. I don't buy Assassin's Creed games when they come out new anymore because they're fucking buggy. And I'll just wait for when they're cheap.
Yeah, you get them on sale cheap real quick.
Yeah, on Prime Day it was like $15, so I was like done and done. I'm enjoying the game so far. I pretty much enjoy Assassin's Creed games in general, especially when they have historical people in it. I think Edison was in this one and some other people. Darwin's in it, which is pretty cool.
Is this a London one or is this the Unity was France?
It's in London.
This
Unity
is
is France.
Okay.
Yeah. So you play as a twin, Evie Fry, and I forget the other guy's name, but like the one's like kind of like a boxer, and you have like 3 different kinds of weapons and stuff. But it's been pretty entertaining so far. So I'll look forward to getting back to playing that after I'm done moving. So, I think that wraps it up for me. Anybody else have anything to say before we do our sponsorships?
There's a HBO show that came out 2 weeks ago called The Night Of that I heard really good stuff about it.
Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Old Ninja speculates.
No. It's
You're
they
sitting
were
in that seat, get that speculation.
It's that
on.
movie that they showed a trailer of it before, like Game of Thrones and everything. They were doing promotion for it and stuff. I can't think of the actor's name, but it looked really, really interesting. It kind of reminded me of like a Shutter Island type premise. It's getting highly rated. It's on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 98.
Wow.
On IMDb, I think it has it like as a it's a 9.1, and Metacritic has it as a 90%. And they're 2 episodes in, so I plan on watching that and giving some input on that next week for you guys.
Awesome.
Wasn't there? Didn't he also? What's thing comes out next in October? Comes back. Walking Dead.
In October, does it?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, it normally comes out the week before Halloween or the Halloween week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it
All right.
normally starts up then it takes the break around the Super Bowl, and it starts back up or something like. Or starts back up after the Super Bowl. It does like the 8 weeks or something.
Yeah, I think last year it came back on Halloween, like the release of the last season.
Yeah, I think they dropped like a promotional photo, if I remember correctly, or reading the news.
Did you confirm, Blue?
I'm still looking it up.
It looks like they're showing a bunch of photos.
It just says October 2016.
Okay, good. That's cool then. All right, we good?
2 more fucking months.
Good.
All right. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by GameFly. GameFly is a great way to play games if you're on a budget, or you just play one game at a time. Because a lot of people I know just play one game at a time. So if you don't want to pay, $60 for a game or more, sometimes some of these games cost more, like
Taxes.
Yeah, well, it's not just taxes. It's some of these DLCs. Actually, I wonder how DLCs work with GameFly. I'm gonna have to look that up because they have stuff for like Destiny and stuff like that have DLCs. So I wonder if they have any.
I feel like
DLC
you
type
wouldn't want to
offering.
pay for them because you won't have the game after.
Well, that's what I'm
you give it
wondering.
back.
I'm wondering if GameFly has things where they have the DLC with the game.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'll look into that. But yeah, so anyway, GameFly has 8,000 new releases and classics available for pretty much every system available right now, and even older systems. And basically what you do is you pay a monthly service and they send you a game, and when you're done playing it, you send it back and they send you another one that's in your queue. So it works like Netflix used to when they used to make their money off of sending you stuff in the mail. They also do that as well. You can get DVDs and Blu-rays if you want with the same type of program. You get it, watch it, send it back, they send you another one. So it's a pretty cool way to watch, movies, games, TV shows, all kinds of stuff like that, with a pretty relatively low monthly fee. As long as you're paying the monthly fee, there's no late fees. And if you like the game that you're playing, you can buy it at a discounted price for a used price. So yeah, I think that's really cool. It's like a no nonsense way to get your gaming on at a pretty low cost. So
It's a very logical way to play a lot of games, a variety of games, and not be committed into dropping $60 just to be stuck with a game that you might not like.
yeah, like if the game sucks, yeah, what if you want to? I bought some games that sucked, and I couldn't send them back because I have a thing where I don't like selling games back, so I just keep them. I probably should sell them back though. But yeah, if I had GameFly, this wouldn't be a problem. I would just send it back, not a problem. Play another game. All right, with that, we're gonna end the podcast. See, now we got to sit here and BS while I cue up the music.
Boom, 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 boom.
Space.
So how can they find us if they didn't know where we are?
You can go to benhabproductions.com/BThenBTI.
Yes.
And you also can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/BThen. No, is it BThenBTI or is it Blacker Than Black
It's
Times Infinity?
BThenBTI, but if you look up Blacker Than Black Times Infinity, it will come up too.
Okay.
We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
That's all BThenBTI.
all of it.
Yes.
Be Then BTI. Find us. Shoot us those questions. Ask Be Then BTI.
Yeah, we respond and we'll talk about it on the podcast, even if they're ridiculous.
Yeah, and also check out we have an Amazon app out where people can watch us on Amazon Fire.
Yes, we do. Sapo Supreme hooked us up and made us our own app. So
Yes.
you can actually. It's mostly a video app, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you have an Amazon device, definitely check it out. We'll see what we can do about getting it on Google. I have to basically ask him to do it because I don't know what to
Yeah.
do. So,
I don't know. Not a
so thank you, Sapo Supreme, for helping us out.
Much love.
All right, we're out this bitch.
Deuces. Eggplants in our future.
I was gonna say that, damn it.